Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Passing pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
What's going on? It's your boy Be Easy, man. Welcome into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. Matt Shepard won't be in today. We wish him a speedy recovery. Nothing serious, but send your prayers his way. I know he can use them. So, in Matt Shepard's stead, we decided to bring back someone that you love and somebody that you know. Ladies and gentlemen, look over there to my left. You won't see Matt Shepard. You will see this guy right here. Go ahead, pop up there. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. It is Anson Wells back. First and foremost, man, good to be here with you. Excited to get a chance to do the show with you. I missed the quirky things like the surprise pop-up. Anson Wells, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, man. We had a great weekend. We got a Tigers victory yesterday. 2 weeks of the Woodward Tigers live stream. It's been great. We appreciate everybody that's been joining us. And this weekend, I am headed back to see one of your friends, which you signed a card for.
Hey.
A Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk, a.k.a. Gary V, the creator of V-Friends. So I'm giving away a V-Friends card each day this week as well, across a bunch of different shows. And this weekend, I will be in Chicago for the National Sports Card Convention. I'll make sure that you guys get a chance to see plenty of it. We'll be sending clips back, but I'm excited, my friend.
Pick up something well for me, as well as tell Gary V I said hello. Gary
I will
V
do that.
I got a pair of his shoes at my house somewhere. I gotta find them with the dirt and he's got like dirt at the bottom of them or something like that.
You got some dirty shoes?
No, a pair of Gary V shoes.
Oh, I got you.
Inside of them, they have like the soles of them are like print out of dirt. I'm gonna find them.
Okay, yeah, bring them. I'll go get them signed for you.
Yeah, that's somewhere in my
As
house.
we say hello to Ricky Burns right there, we also say hello to my man KoolAid in the TD booth. KoolAid! What's the word, brother? How was your weekend?
Tigers won.
Man.
So
Tigers
the
won.
victory shades on. I'm fired
There
up.
they are. Let's
That's
go.
part of the match, but they won, so I had to put it on too, man. I'm feeling good, man. Fired up to be here, bro.
100%
go.
Detroit Tigers got a win, as Anson alluded to yesterday. They did win the last game against the Toronto Blue Jays before they take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. We'll get into what that does for the momentum. They still have the worst record in the MLB over the last 16 games. Thursday, a big day for the Detroit Tigers. It is trade deadline. It is also a big day for the Detroit Lions. It is the start of the season, as well as Michigan players report to camp. So, big week in sports here in the state of Michigan.
We back, baby.
We back.
Wait,
We
what?
back.
back, baby.
We've been treading water since the
man.
Washington Commanders
This
game.
been
And thank
rough.
you to the Detroit Pistons, because the Pistons did provide us with some entertainment. Almost won
Shout out to
first
the
round of the playoffs. The Detroit Tigers have provided us with a lot of, special moments. They've taken the attention off football, but ladies and gentlemen, football is king, and football will be back starting on Thursday. It's this week. You've been waiting for it. Here it is. But haven't seen you in a while. Haven't done a show
Too
with you in a
long,
while,
baby.
man.
I
What's
missed
going
you.
on? Talk about everything is good. Get the people back. The people in the chat, they love you. They miss you. What's going on in your
Hey,
world?
they love me or they hate me. Good to see Paper
People that
Chungus
hate
back,
you,
man.
it's same amount of letters. I'm just
That's
throwing that out
right.
there.
He loves me, man. Absolutely. Well, listen, we got the cards for you guys today. And in fact, we're including a really disgusting bobblehead. It is the cheater edition right here of a Mr. Jim Harbaugh. So this is going home to one of you.
Whoa.
This is going home to, or
Winners win.
would you prefer it the $1 billion class action lawsuit, Jim Harbaugh? Either one. It's whatever you guys want to call it, but this one's going home to you.
How about dad?
The asterisk,
How about father?
Jim Harbaugh. Either way, baby, let's go, man. Come on now.
Man of Christ, Jim Harbaugh.
And then,
You know where in my heart.
you haven't seen me for a while, and I got a
Different
bunch of
church.
these Braylon rookies. So we're bringing another one in. Braylon's going to sign this for you. And then the rest of these cards are going to go home along with that V-Friends card. So get your super chats in. Michael Weary hit us quick. He got the first one and appreciate that as always. It's going to be a
He
fun
always gets
show,
it popping.
man. He does. He's
always pops it off.
also the like police, which I totally appreciate. We got to get to 100 likes, guys, today, guys. So make sure you smash that like button.
We did too. Before we get into the show,
Wait,
obviously,
hold
there's
on,
some
hold
other
on, hold
stuff
on.
in baseball too, man.
I got to put this over here.
You got to put it over there.
Oh, man.
You know it doesn't necessarily belong over here either. But you know what? You know what? My fellow Go Blue Jim Harbaugh will sit you right here.
There you
Anybody
go.
do anything fun this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about it, Rick.
Yeah. For Friday, I wasn't here. KG filled in for me. I had a gig at a very
Side note, KG didn't realize that until like 2 minutes before the show started.
He didn't.
I asked him on Wednesday.
No, 100%, because he said that, but it was funny because was it you, Kool-Aid, or Shep? He said, "Look, I'll probably just do the first." No, you asked him because you sit in the chair.
I was like,
he
"Can you
said,
just
"Hey,
start
could you
the show
sit
for
in,
him?"
open the show?" And he said, "Yeah, I can do that for you." Oh, in fact, I'm actually supposed to be. Hey, what
Shout out
you doing?
KG, dog.
What you doing, KG? But go ahead.
I covered my base. I asked him like a month ago.
No, that's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and I filled in for him on 2 other shows. Anyway, well, on Friday.
Well, you had to explain.
Yeah, right. Anyway, on Friday I had a very, very interesting DJ gig, man. I do a lot of gigs around town, but I actually got the DJ. Did you get the video? I sent the
I
video
got
over. It was at the top of it was a rooftop of the building that is where the Joe Louis Arena used to be.
Ah,
Which
okay.
I
there
thought
you
was
go.
a very, very interesting perspective.
by the
of the-
riverfront?
Yeah.
How was
right
the
off
turnout?
riverfront. It was a low key event. Real Housewives of Atlanta vibe. It was the 49th birthday of the owner of the Rotate. She sat right down the street. So I did a couple parties for her daughter. Look at that. You.
This is Shep from there. One, I'm saying this is what we need to do. This is I recognize it here. That's the riverfront.
Yeah.
That's the riverfront. My godfather, rest in peace, lives there. But yeah, this was gonna be prime real estate. It still is. 'Cause they were building this when they were building that soccer stadium, which they have now turned into condominiums and properties.
Yeah, they moved the soccer stadium. So this, I feel like this is dope because it's like a content space. Anton Daniels shoots his videos up here.
How many people were at this gig with these?
Oh, it was low key. It was only 50 people. It was like
50?
50. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a
Kept
real
it nice
low key
and
party,
sexy.
but I thought the venue was just dope. I ended up walking. You could go all the way around.
This is crazy.
It was
man.
interesting because they said it's like
Oh, yeah, that's
480 units. Only 130 of them are sold right now.
It's super
Look at
dope,
that, they
but
had
it's,
a-
Shout out Joe Dumars.
it's super
Okay,
dope,
let's
but it's
hear it.
super unpersonal.
Feels like an
Explain.
office building.
Yeah, it feels like an office building.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about that because I don't know many people who grew up in Detroit that grew up like in apartment buildings like this.
Because Rick, I was gonna
Look at the
say,
people in the mix, man.
I like how you said that it was a low key event. Because when we have 50 people come, we say that
It's a party.
no, 50 people it didn't work.
Well, it depends on what you're talking
It was
about,
like a
though.
49th birthday.
Oh,
Like, it was
okay,
like-
okay. So it wasn't
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
open event.
No,
All right, very cool,
It wasn't
very
an
cool.
open event.
I don't want
It was a
to
private
bust you
event.
up too much on that
Very,
one.
very private event.
Special lip to give.
They didn't know that you
Shout
were.
out to India.
They didn't. Enough people didn't know you were spinning. Is the deal?
No. It was supposed to be a small event. I like doing little small events like that.
You keep the numbers low. Kool-Aid, what about you, man? What you get into this weekend? I know you got the kiddos.
Hey, yeah, definitely had the kiddos. Actually, this was one of those weeks where it was family week. The week before Lions gets started, because we know how Lions is here at Woodward Sports, and I'm looking about a bunch of people, including you, Anson. It's boots on the ground. It's all day. It probably starts Saturday night for us, but spend time with them, man. Wanted to go out and play catch with them. I told the people on Wake Up Woodward about the JJ Elbow, and that's me and my son Jeremiah versus me, and that's Kid Kool-Aid for y'all that don't know, versus me and my daughter. And that's Princess Kool-Aid and then Junior Kool-Aid. So that's 3 kids. We face off, man. I'm all-time quarterback, and it's been fun to be able to see them kind of get back into it because lost a little bit of that. So got to do that this weekend, have fun with the family. Treated wifey as well. And honestly, it was just a family weekend. And watching the Tigers win, man. Victory shades on. You already know.
All right, you want the microphones like this? Then fucking fix them. At the end of the day, so baseball, there was news today. Detroit Tigers, they got to win. Let's jump into that right now because the Tigers. I golfed. Yeah, I'm saying I got a little discombobulated with the text. My apologies. I golfed this past weekend, played Eagle Crest. Shout out to Anthony Tomey, friend of the show. We've had him on. He works with the Game Above. He works with the Detroit Amps. The golf course was in great shape at Eagle Crest. But Game Above has added a performance center to their golf course, and he has helped put that in. So shout out to Anthony Tomey and TJ Lang doing some things for their alma mater in Eastern Michigan. But the golf course was in good shape. And then I got a chance to play yesterday up at Lakelands with my man Tim McCollum, who is the president here. So appreciate the invite. It was fun. Played really good. Broke 90 yesterday.
That's what's
Did
up.
not on Saturday. 100%. Tigers. Let's get into that. Detroit Tigers get their win. Go 1-3 against the Blue Jays. They go 1-3 in the series. They did get the last win with the Diamondbacks coming up. Where are you at with this Detroit Tigers team? It was good to see Jack Flaherty. Good to see him have some strikes. Go ahead, Ed.
So you remember a month ago I told you that this team was headed for some regression, period. As much as I like this team, as much as I love what A.J. Hinch has been able to get out of them, on paper, that's not a 25 win over 500 ball club, in my opinion at least. And you're seeing it start to catch up with them. Unfortunately, over the last month, they are dead last in all major hitting categories, dead last in all major pitching categories. And just over the last 2 weeks since we've gotten back from the All-Star break, the thing that I've really been watching with the bats is they're just swinging at everything. They are striking out. They're not getting deep into pitch counts, and we saw that in both games in the Woodward live stream last weekend. We saw that evidently on Saturday. Fortunately, we had Tarek Skubal that kept it kind of close for a while. Now, last night things changed a little. We saw about half of the bats really battle. They start to take some more balls, and it's going to take some more patience out of this offense to be able to pair with our starters, because obviously, man, our relief is in major, major trouble. So can they hold on to this division the way that they're built currently today? Possibly. But it's not just the Guardians that you have to worry about. You've got the Kansas City Royals right there. I believe they're 9.5 back, and then you've got the Twins who are about 8.5 or 8 games back. I could be off on those numbers, but they're all within 10 games. You look at what the Tigers did last year. A 10-game gap is breachable. Any one of those 3 teams could catch this squad. So the thing that everyone in Detroit has been begging for is Scott Harris to get on that phone. And not just for some pieces like we saw Yzerman get the last few years. They need to make a splash. And in fact, there's a reliever and Eugenio Suarez that are in town today as we set up a 3-game series with the Diamondbacks at Comerica Park. Don't let those 2 leave, Chris Harris. Take their return ticket and keep them in Detroit. And then we go to Philly on the weekend, but we need some help.
So you putting them on that DJ Reader plan. Don't let them leave Detroit. And I absolutely feel that. And it's interesting to see how things have changed for the Tigers, because aggressive at the trade deadline is what Scott Harris said he was going to be. Now, they're not even in a position, in my opinion, where they can necessarily be aggressive to put their team completely over the top. What we've seen so far, at least after this trade deadline, we've seen a team that needs a little bit more just to keep the pace that we saw before the All-Star break. And so we got to take a quick one real quick. But when we get back, I want to be able to talk to you guys about your confidence and your belief in the Detroit Tigers chat family. Smash the like button. And I need to know you guys' confidence and belief in the Tigers too. Your confidence and belief in them in the Central as well as in the AL overall, because there's some teams starting to sneak up on them as the Tigers have hit their first major bout of adversity. But Bray, tell the good people about justice.
Justice, it means different things to different people. But whether it's a settlement or a verdict, Ben Johnson wants to fight for you. Justice is always worth the fight, and that's what they believe. That's why he is the fighter. And if you want to get in touch with him, man, go to benfights.com. Ben Johnson Law, they are tough, tenacious trial lawyers, and they don't mind. They want all the smoke, whether you want a settlement or you want to go to court. We want to take it to court. They are here for you. Bring them their case. They will identify it, and they will get you where you want to be. I trust them. You should too. benfights.com.
And if you're looking to upgrade your relaxation game, check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, with top brands of massage chairs like Infinity and Osaki. They are located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan. He's the wellness doc, the creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit right now at massagechairhouse.com or scan that QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to the ultimate recovery and relaxation.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Hey guys, scan this QR code. Go on ahead, get yourselves ready, all ready to make sure you can take advantage of the deals at Feldman Chevrolet of Novi, of Highland, of Hudson, of Livonia, of Lansing, all over the place, man. You can get these deals. Tap in. This month's special include 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew. Lease that for $189 a month, or the 2026 Equinox LT. You can lease that for $209 a month. And this offer, it ends August 10th. So you want to get there quick to take advantage. And what you guys doing in the morning? Psych, I already know. Sean Belegian in the morning with Maz. It's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. You guys got to be there because there's two of Detroit sports legends. They team up to bring you bold takes, big laughs, and unfiltered Detroit sports talks. Expect breaking news, guest interviews, interactive segments, and that classic Detroit fire. Grab your coffee and start your mornings with real Detroit sports radio, only on Woodward Sports Network, starting July 21st. And we back. Smash that like button for the Victory Tigers, y'all.
It is the 28
Smash
Kool-Aid.
that
The 28.
like button.
Come on, man.
100%. You getting
It
there?
already started.
Stop.
That's my bad.
You just gonna read everything that's on the
Yeah.
prompter.
It's
Shout
like
out to Anchorman,
Anchorman.
It's like
Shout out to
Anchorman.
Ron Burgundy. It's one of my favorite movies.
Burgundy. You mentioned the Guardians. I want to get into it real quick. We saw it came out a couple hours ago. Emmanuel Clase and what's going on down there. They have him linked to an ongoing investigation right now. The MLB does in terms of potential some shadiness towards some Betty things. Anson, the fellas. When will we learn?
Well, I don't know. I saw Malik Beasley and Class A just walking down Woodward a little bit ago.
Yeah.
But, it's an epidemic. Honestly, it is, because what we're seeing is these kids getting involved, and they're watching their dads doing it, and they're finding a way to the credit card, and they're making bets at 15, maybe even 13, and it's translating into the adult life. But beyond just being a vice for these people, it's a sexy thing you see everywhere. You're going to a sportsbook stadium, sitting in the sportsbook section, getting your sportsbook beer. I mean, it is so everywhere that I don't know how you get away from it. But where you're about to head is, as a professional athlete,
the
what the
player
hell
side
are you
of it.
doing?
What are you doing?
I mean, there's no bet you're going to win that's going to cash more than your contract. And if you're betting that much, you're a double fool.
Look, I'm not judging anybody, because at the end of the day, look, we've all had if you've gambled before, you've had your fair share of doing a little bit too much. I myself included. That's why I don't gamble. 1,000%. So it's not a judgment.
You won the life lottery. Why would you gamble?
Because at the end of the day, like the gambling side of that is more so it's that it's something quick. It's fun.
juice.
You're saying whatever. But the problem for me is it'd be different if this was legal for players. It'd be different if it was legal for players, because then you can understand a little bit more. Like, okay, players, they dive into a little bit of addiction. Now they have a problem. Now they're losing the wages that they've garnered. It's illegal. Yeah. It is absolutely illegal. And everybody thinks they got the bead on it. Well, they're not going to catch me, because I'm going to do this, and I'm going to tell my guy that, I'm going to throw a ball on the first pitch, put a little money here. Well, you can't do that when you're putting $25,000 on the first pitch. When you're putting $900 on the first pitch, when you're doing things like this, I don't understand why players are falling into this. It is illegal. You are doing something that is illegal.
Especially when you pair that with the fact that people are getting picked off. This era, for whatever, it don't matter if you're in the G League. Yeah. It don't matter if you're in college. It don't matter if you're literally in the pros. They're picking everybody off at first base with no hesitation, with ease. That's what makes it so weird to me, that you have these other athletes at the top of this thing who just believe that they're untouchable. If they will go in and literally eviscerate a Jontay Porter in this era, I believe that they're using that stuff almost just, hey, let's test the system. Man, this is the day and age of AI. People can walk down the street with glasses that can pick up everything about you.
Yep.
And you believe that you're going to use technology and hide from it. It's not happening.
Speaking of which,
it's not happening.
did you you get those from Connor Stallions? Where'd you get those glasses at?
Hey, shout out to White Claw, who sponsored the Tigers tour.
Is there a camera in
It's
those?
the victory
There's no
shades.
camera in those?
Yo, this is like the new
Go
weed.
blue.
It's like the new weed. Like, stay off the apps. Like, stay off the apps. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
True
Y'all
story,
know this,
bro.
Yeah, y'all know this is illegal. I'm not a gambling man. Thank God. I don't gamble. But I can see how it's so tempting with the money and all that stuff. And it's just, this is ridiculous, yo. It's like, just don't. I feel like it's the weed all over again.
Bray, let me ask you
I
something.
can go all day.
So,
Stay off the apps.
you know, when you work at a corporate spot, they have a block on your computer.
Yeah.
You can go on certain websites and you can't.
You can get around that.
If I'm running, like if I was Bill Belichick and I was coaching now, I would be getting every damn phone and I'd be putting some block or I'd be checking.
He doesn't even use his own phone.
But I'm serious. Like, if the teams don't step in with more than just a rule, this will continue to happen and at a higher clip.
Here's a question. I pretty much know the answer, but here's a question. How long before gambling goes back the opposite way and they try to put the genie in the bottle? Like, is that potentially on the table?
Like the general public or the...
No more sports betting in terms.
Oh, no more.
I don't know.
I almost felt like there was a greater chance that they find some way to just allow it because they
To
did
allow players
soften
to do it?
because they did soften the stance a little bit. Like even with Jamie, it was like if he betted a certain way, then it's okay now.
Yeah.
So I actually thought that there was like some way for them to actually step closer to allowing it. But you got me thinking now, man. Now I'm kind of curious about this. If they actually go and say, you know what, let's put the toothpaste back in the tube.
The problem with that, though, is J-Mo wasn't betting to enhance himself.
Right.
Like Class A, Porter, like these guys made bets, or they had people
And they
make bets,
affected
and
the
they
game.
did things purposely to affect that bet.
Yeah.
Like J-Mo was betting on some silly stuff, if I remember correctly. I think it
It
was
wasn't
women's
even football.
basketball.
It was
Yeah, what if they
even
can
NFL.
bet? What if they can bet but not on their own sport? Like they have to register the bets.
You can do that now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that now. You just can't do it in the NFL in certain places. You can't do it.
That's why
I feel like that's the only way you're gonna keep it.
So just make it. You can bet whenever, just not on your sport, right?
Yeah, like just not on your sport.
Well,
you have to
but
register.
that'll eliminate half of the people, but you still have individuals that are betting
Some people
on
still
themselves.
don't try it.
How do you eliminate that aspect?
All right, speaking of which, let's say they had this back in the day you were playing, and let's say you're a dirtbag. What prop bet of your own would you bet on, and how would you influence it?
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't even know how to bet it and cheat.
Yeah.
Realistically, I paid for it. I played in situations where I didn't have control over what catches I was getting or catches that I wasn't getting. So it's like I wouldn't even know how to cheat.
You like the prop bet on over 5 yards carrying. Listen, run me a sweep. Just give me an end around.
Ain't happening.
Ain't happening.
Ain't happening. But this is interesting. You know, like you said, we're not trying to pass judgment, but fellas, it's illegal.
Yeah.
It is illegal in this space. I don't understand what you expect to gain out of this. I only see it going the opposite way. Emmanuel Clase is an individual whose name was at the trade deadline. There's a lot of talks, a lot of teams potentially picking him up and moving him. Can't even do anything right now.
Yeah, this is one of
the
the
ongoing investigations. He's cost himself and his team, at least right now.
And he is truly one of the premier young closers in the game over the last 5 years. But at the end of the day, this is great news for the Tigers.
Yeah, it is. Definitely great news for the Tigers,
Stay
the team
off
that
the
we were just talking about. The Detroit Tigers, man. What do they need to do at the trade deadline? Because that is a question that we keep bringing up. Matt Shepard sat in that seat and talked about what they want to do. If you want to get this player, what are you willing to give up? Anson, I think that's where we are. What do you need and what are you willing to give up?
For us?
Yeah, it has to be for us.
So, we threw a trade out yesterday in the Tigers live stream. Victor Vodnik from Colorado. This is a team that is one of the easily worst teams in the MLB. The Rockies are a nightmare. And this is a guy, high K guy. He's got a 3 flat ERA. Don't love his whip, but you need bodies right now. You saw them pick up Luke Jackson off of the trash heap, a waiver wire pickup. And, he started off in the 8th looking kind of good, and then he gave up a bunch of runs. So you need options right now. Tommy Canley had his first good outing in a month, but he's still not the guy you want to put out there in the ninth. You look at what Will Vest has been over the last few weeks, another guy I don't want to put out in the ninth. Yeah. So they need, whether it's going and getting a Pete Fairbanks from the Devil Rays, a true closer for this squad, or you get somebody like Victor and you give them options. You give AJ and Feder some options to choose from in high leverage situations. We need more bites. We probably need another starter, and we certainly need another bat.
Yeah, I think we definitely need another bat and definitely need to start.
Hey, Eugenio return.
Eugenio Suarez, you still on that one? Still on
yeah, man, he's already put it out there. He wants to be here. Detroit fans love nothing more than hearing an athlete say, hey, I actually want to go to Detroit. So anytime you hear that, but this guy's also raking. I mean, it's a power right-handed bat. You put him over there at third so you can move McKinstry in other spots. But Eugenio, that right now for me is priority number one. Then you can figure out the market and you can figure out who the relievers are that you can get for a low cost. But, you know, the Victor Vodnik trade would probably cost you our 15th and 20th prospect. And when you have the deepest prospects, you know, pool in the MLB right now, those are guys you can wave goodbye to.
Big game yesterday for a couple of the Tigers, as it was their last game against the Blue Jays in this series. Dylan Dingler went 2 for 2.
That's my guy.
Not 2 for 2. He had 2 hits. Parker Meadows had 2 hits. Javi found a hit in there. I think it was Glaber Day as well, as he had a home run shot. With that being said, you know, where are you right now, Kool-Aid, with this team in the AL Central? Obviously, they're 7 games and 7.5 up in the AL Central. Yep. They've been dominating that division all season. But as you've said, the last 16 games has been a little bit of a struggle for the Tigers. Where are you with not the AL, not the World Series? Let's just start local. Where are you with the AL Central?
I like that you said that because it starts and ends with the Central, just like, you know, in football, it starts and ends with the North. Those divisions matter. Obviously, with the Central, in basketball, not so much. So when you're looking at the Tigers, they have to put all their focus into that. As much as I would love to see them lead, you know, pole to pole in the AL, go out there and just smash everybody. If you're not taking care of your division, you're not giving yourself your best path to get to a World Series this year. You have to be better than these guys. And they, at one point in time, had an opportunity to probably push these teams into selling early. Now you're looking at it, and it's a lot more close than ever before, than I ever thought it was going to get this season. And that's where you look at this squad right now, you start to wonder, do they have anything in-house? Because last year what helped to spur and kick things into a different direction is that they did get Kerry Carpenter back healthy, and Kerry Carpenter was absolutely Kerry Bonds. Shout out to my guy Flannel. During that stretch, and it helped to propel them. Spencer Torkelson took off. What does make me just a little bit more happy, I guess, when you talk about this victory, though, is that they won it the way that we saw them win a lot of their games before the All-Star break. And it was all the names you mentioned, Bray. You know, when you talk about Glaber Torres, when you talk about the contributions from Javi, when you talk about Dylan Dingler, those guys cannot lose pace. But I do believe that baseball being 162 games, this was their first bit of, like, losing streak. Other teams have done this, maybe not to the tune of this one specific streak, but other teams have done this, good teams, multiple times this year. And it's the reason why the Tigers did vault off to the top.
Just to add on to your point, Kansas City has gone out and said that they have become buyers now. And that's because a 15-game lead is now single digits. And you're inspiring teams to, hey, we can do the same damn thing that the Tigers did last year. Let's go and buy some talent.
Yeah, and it has happened to other teams. You see the Astros are on a 6-game slid. That's why the Tigers actually have passed the Astros. So it happens to all teams. It is an extremely long season. But when you start a certain way, you know, teams get excited, the fans get excited, and then you have the skid that they're having right now. I think people are just a little bit concerned. And it is cause for concern the way in which they are playing now.
Yes, it is. Yes, 100%. It is.
Like, how confident are you guys, though, still in this team being able to come through in the Central, man, to still be that squad? Like, is your confidence shaking at all?
My confidence isn't shaking in the Central. Like, answering the Central question, we're fine in the Central. They've got enough. They have enough of a lead. They still have the best manager in the Central. That is A.J. Hinch. They will have some players that will come back. I think they're much better than the Guardians. In fact, the Guardians, they're facing something right now. You say what it is? Distractions. That's what they're dealing with. Emmanuel Clase. That's not good for them. The Twins and the Sox, not worried about them. So they'll win this Central. 100%, I'm still confident in that.
I sure hope so. My confidence is waning a little bit.
I was about to say,
certainly.
Anson, come on.
Well, it's
Don't talk
definitely
to me.
it's waning. You know, we had Maz a month ago saying this team will be in the World Series. Shout out Maz. Shout out Jersey Mike as well if they're watching. But you know, when I look at all the devoted, you know, confidence that this team was going to be a World Series team. Sure, when you had a 15-game lead in the Central, they're going to win the Central, or so we thought. I didn't see them as a shoo-in to make these World Series because I don't love their roster on paper. I love what A.J. Hinch has been able to do with it. I love what Chris Fetter's been able to do with the pitching. But now you're looking at 3 teams within distance of you. They're right there, all right? I felt that this was going to be a close division all year. So to get the lead that we got, it gave me a false sense of security, and I felt that way. I've said that to you guys. Now, at the end of the day, I believe that this is the best managed team in the Central. I believe that their talent is on par or slightly better than everybody else. So we're going to have to see if this team has the same grit that they showed last year. I believe they will show that same grit. But they may only win this division by 2 games.
Anson, well, you'll get your wish because after this 3-game series against the Diamondbacks and then the Phils, they have the Twins, Angels, and Twins again. So we get a chance to see it.
We'll find out a lot about this
We
team.
will find out what they are made of. Look, let's take a quick commercial break. Let's get a message in from.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hear from. I'm gonna tell the people where to go on ahead and get some merch, and then we're gonna have
Get the merch
Anson
game right,
tell
too.
the people where they can go and get fresh. This is our fresh double up right here, man. They get the merch and then they go get the cut up at Lady
Yeah,
Jane's.
let's go.
So let's rock, man. You guys already know it. So if you are tired of wearing that same old Detroit sports merch, it's a new era of sports wearables. There's new designs, amazing apparel, and the ultimate swag. I'm telling you guys have seen some of this stuff too. The Woodward Tigers, the Woodward Pistons. You want to go ahead and get that stuff so you can support your squad the right way and you can look good doing it too. Shout out to the Woodward Tigers gear too. I think it's cool now to go out there and wear that
Yes,
stuff again,
sir.
man. So check out Woodward Sports' latest gear at woodwardsports.com and click shop. Hoodies, tees, hats that are guaranteed to turn heads. Get the latest designs today at woodwardsports.com and click shop. And then once you're fresh, you got to go ahead and get the cut as well before you step out. You want to tell them where they can get that done?
Hell yeah, man. You got the fit. Well, now you gotta trim that ear hair and get the dome nice and tight, and there's no better place to do that than, of course, Lady Jane's, because, gentlemen, we love simple stuff, you know, like not downloading betting apps to your phone, you know. We like uncomplicated, and that's exactly what Lady Jane's is. Pause. But listen, 7 days a week, walk in anytime. The talented hairstylist will take care of you so you looking double fresh in your Woodward merch. All right, listen, walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Ear hair.
Summer's heating up and Feldman's clearing space for the incoming new models. That means massive markdowns during Feldman's hot summer sale. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $189 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for just $209 a month. Inventory's moving fast, and when it's gone, it's gone. So don't sweat the search. Just get to Feldman. More locations, more inventory, more ways to save. The hot summer sale is on at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep,
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce. Look, he's in on Tuesday with Big D Energy, on Thursdays with the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. You got to join us. He gives you the information you need about the injuries that you are caring about for your Detroit team, but also he can get you in the game yourself. Call 248-426-9944. I told you about how he helped my back. He helped Maz with his, when Maz had arthritis with his thumb from scrolling so much, tennis elbow. He can diagnose and fix it all, but you got to get there, man. You got to see him. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts, as well as myself, Dr. Jeff Pierce, Michigan Sports and Spine.
How you get tennis elbow and don't play tennis?
It's just a thing. This is true. It's a code. Tell me about Steve.
What if I told you that if you made a bet and it didn't hit the first time, you get your money back? As long as you're not an MLB player, I want you to scan the QR code or enter the code Woodward 1000
Or JMO.
Yeah, or if you don't get paid to play a sport, if you're a WNBA, that's fine. We get it. But if you another sport that makes money, do not download this app. But if you're not, go ahead, man. Use Woodward 1000. Your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get your money back anywhere between $20 and $1,000, man. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today. It is the official sportsbook app of Woodward Sports. Use the code Woodward 1000 or just scan the QR code. Unless you are a professional athlete, don't. Just enjoy the show.
Yeah, we gotta get you.
He back.
We have to get professional athletes to
like
stop betting in that space.
Boy.
Now, the ones that are betting like JMO was, I get it. Like the NFL is very trying to figure their rules out. They made some rules, they didn't work. JMO got a pass, he got 2 games back. Like that kind of stuff, I understand. You're trying to figure out and navigate this space, perfectly fine. The Class A, the Porter, the coaches from the Jersey Nets that were betting, like coaches can't bet at all. Like you know this. Like the New York Jets a couple of years ago, they had some coaches that got. In fact, one of them was a former wide receiver, Austin Miles, that played for Tony Romo and the Dallas Cowboys. He got in trouble. So stop betting. You just can't. Anybody like comic book movies? Fantastic Four, Marvel, DC.
You already
Love
know.
comics. I'm a DC.
You already
DC
know.
fanatic, man.
DC
fanatic. Bro, Batman? Come on.
Okay, well,
Best
no.
superhero of all.
You
the
can
last
say
one I like.
Batman fanatic. Saying
that's the last
DC
one I like.
fanatic.
Come on.
Big
I
difference.
Love DC. I love
Yeah, like DC's atrocious movies have made it a cult following. Like you're either Marvel and DC, and nobody's gonna be DC. When I was a kid, like the DC comic books, the Detective Comics, those are better than Marvel to me because they told a better story.
Batman's probably the best written character in all of superhero history. Period.
It's
All right?
all about your antagonist.
Yeah.
and he has the best.
But
he's the Michigan of superheroes.
Okay, but Kool-Aid, take out Batman. Now name a great DC movie.
Oh,
Movie?
Batman.
No, we
carries the
took
weight.
Batman out.
Oh yeah.
Now name a great
you
DC
can't.
movie. I'll give you 4
Catwoman.
minutes. We'll get back to you.
Trash.
Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern? No.
Ooh,
No.
maybe the worst.
Was
Maybe
Aquaman,
the
was
worst.
Aquaman a DC?
That's DC, but that was horrible.
When you
No, that's it. That's
when you're making fun
They're all
of
bad.
when you're making fun of
Wonder
your
Woman, like get out of it. Like the
Wonder
first one
Woman.
was like not Wonder Woman. Like, the first one was palatable, I guess. The second one was an atrocity. Like,
You
I
know
don't
it's
know
bad
what they
when
were
you use
going
words
for.
like palatable. You know it's bad. You know it's bad. You had to get creative.
But I saw Fantastic Four over the weekend, and
nice.
I think what we have to do now, welcome back to the show, what we have to do in this space is movies won't ever be like they were. The first time you saw Winter Soldier, like the first time you saw The Avengers, the first time you saw Blade, the first time you saw Batman with Michael Keaton, and then again with Christian Bale.
Hell, Guardians of the Galaxy was excellent.
First one was amazing. First one was
Really
amazing.
was.
Yeah.
Because we've already seen it, like all of the stuff. So like now you just gotta dumb your expectations down because we're not the audience that they're pandering to anymore. They're not.
Truth.
They do not care what 42-year-old
True.
Braylon Edwards
Yeah.
thinks
Actual
about
fan.
the movie. I'm not in the target
right.
audience
And yet
anymore. The target demo.
And yet the best one ever, ratings-wise, is an R-rated Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
That's the
100%
crazy
yes.
thing because look, I wanted
That's
to see Ben Affleck versus Deathstroke, his Batman versus Deathstroke, but they said we got to go to a more family-friendly style of comic book movies because parents are not going to bring their kid to see Deathstroke versus Batman right now.
But that's
now
why DC
they're moving towards the more family-friendly movies.
And that's why DC, like in terms of what their comic book actually is, that's why it sucks for them because Marvel is fantasy. Like any way you slice the dice, you got guys coming from the other side of the galaxy. Marvel is all about that. It's fantasy. You can portray that easier in a movie. You can portray that on the screen. You can make it CGI. You can bring kids. You can add that element, and it still hits. DC is a dark comic. It's gory. It's dark. It's killing in the alley. It's people's parents getting killed. It turns them into Batman. It's the Joker going sadistic and then turning into the Joker. Like, this has to be rated R to hit. Yeah. If you can make it rated R, DC would be a much better comic.
It's so
you can't fluffy DC.
Yeah. But I was gonna say it's so dark that you even get the fans and even people like Superman in the comics saying, Batman, just kill the Joker and put this over with now. It's like, that's what their comics really, really are.
That's why the Christian Bale Batman was so good, because without the R rating, it still was dark. Very, very dark. Yeah. Now, it's been 4 minutes, so I'm going to help you out here. I got an assist from Freddie Felt in the chat here. Shout out to the legend. In fact, it is his $1 billion class action lawsuit Harbaugh bobblehead that we are giving away today. We are giving that away today, courtesy of Freddie Felt. But Freddie Felt brought up Joker #1, which is fantastic. However, I need to talk about the atrocity that Joker 2, a.k.a. Joker the Musical. What was that garbage, Rick?
You didn't want show tunes about Joker?
It was so bad.
Stop it.
I was
want the Joker to hit a show.
I was fast-forwarding the songs.
You hate Hamilton, too.
No, I like musicals. Joker is not a musical.
Why not?
What do you mean,
Anson's
why not?
Me right now, bro.
What's the difference between that and Hamilton?
Okay, if you want to make a Joker Broadway show and have people go and see it, that's fine. You have anybody you want to see it.
They did it with Color Purple.
Yeah. Sure,
but here's my issue with
the Color Purple. Yeah, you comparing Joker to the Color Purple? Oprah not happy about that.
I'm just saying,
man.
Nobody cares about Oprah.
No one cares about Oprah.
Oprah pulled some moves in that last movie, but we'll keep that.
Bro,
on the record.
Oprah would have been better in that musical. It was terrible. Joker 2. Did you see Joker 2?
So what I was going to say about the movie is this was my disgust with the musical side of it. I watch musicals. I have no problem with that. There's some really good musicals. I can go down the list. No need to do that.
Grace.
You cannot spring on the audience the week before the effing movie comes out that it is a musical.
Amen.
That was the mistake. It's not about it being a musical. If you would have told me this when you first launched part due, if you will, fine. Folie à deux. If you would have announced it then, now I got 8 months to digest that, whatever that is. And, all right, do I want to go see it? Okay, I'll go see it. I know what it is. A week before, well, I still got to see it because I've been waiting to see it for 2 years.
Right.
And now you tell me a week before. That's where they messed up, and that's shady.
Yeah.
That's a shady move.
Waiting to see it for 2 years. I was hype as hell to see it. And as Michael Weary pointed out in the Super Chat, the only real Joker, Jack Nicholson.
Hey.
No argument for me.
Hey, you got no love for Heath. Heath did an amazing job. The cool thing about comic books is because there's so many different illustrations, there's so many different particular writers that create the stories over the eras and over the years. The characters change.
Yep.
So Heath Ledger did a very, very, very good job with that dark type of Joker that was in the 80s and 90s and that they created in the 2000s. I think Jack Nicholson embodied what the first Joker was in the comic book. So, you can skin a cat different ways.
If there's any
but Jack was #1 for me.
If there's any role of any superhero or villain to play, I always wanted the Joker. I got that underbite, baby. Who would you play if you could play anybody in any of comic book history? Who would you want to be cast as?
I played a character that got all these comic book stuff going, and that's Blade.
Good answer. Good answer.
They better start giving Wesley Snipes and Blade his credit, because that was the first movie that they saw the comic book can work. And from Blade, they started all the Iron Man and everything else. So they better start giving that more love. That's why he was in whatever movie he was in. One of them might get lost.
I got something from the chat here.
Get the chat in there.
Ledger.
I got some wide receivers to talk about.
Ledger, Phoenix, or Jack? Well, I got to go with Heath Ledger, man.
Phoenix shouldn't even be mentioned.
Heath Ledger, I don't know if you guys know this, but he locked himself in one of the seediest, nastiest motels in downtown New York. He kept a journal, and he wrote things that he felt the Joker would write, like killing puppies and stuff. And they will not release this diary. The family has put it under lock and key because it is so dark, and it really gives a glimpse into the spiral that he put himself to be able to truly portray the Joker.
Conversation he had with Jack before that character. Jack told him be careful.
Really?
He said his character is a very dark character.
Wow.
And when you understand fellow method actors like he did, I know you're a method actor. Method actors, they get trapped into those characters a lot of time, and after they do a movie, it takes a couple months, maybe a year to decompress. He had a conversation with him before he even took the role. He said, "This is what this role is going to do," and
that's fascinating.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, definitely rest in peace, man. That was a tough one because the performance was one that was heralded by everybody, and to see him pass, and people thought, like, are we ever going to get a follow up? Obviously when he passes, that's that for that. But his life, everything he did up to that point, man. Shout out to Heath Ledger. I see some people that are giving their love for him, but one of the Jokers, and I had this written down. I was on Wait My Time, but my favorite Batman and my favorite Joker, Mark Hamill.
I knew you were going to
Joker,
say it.
Kevin Conroy, Batman. Look, I grew up on Taz. I grew up on the animated series. And that was it for me. When they let Kevin Conroy finally play a weird version of Batman live action on the TV show, even though it wasn't the version I wanted to see, I was still like, yes, my guy. Rest in peace to Kevin Conroy too. He did pass this past year from cancer, I believe. So shout out to him, man. The original voice, as I like to call it, the Batman.
Gentlemen, real quick before you go there, we are on pace to hit 200 likes for this episode.
Chat family's been doing it.
That's 25 likes every 15 minutes.
It's the Anson effect.
Quick math. I like
the
that.
We need you guys to smash that like. Gentlemen, you get us to 200, and I promise you I will dig something out of that back to make this prize package that much better.
They think you're the Riddler, Anson. You wear green, too.
Hey, go green, baby.
Riddler was a good one.
That's a good one.
Riddler is good. Go green, go white because I played for the Jets. And I will be seeing the New York Jets this Friday and Saturday. And I also got an interview coming with Aaron Glenn. So excited about that. You know what else I'm excited about? Let's talk about this wide receiver that somebody told me Brad Holmes drafted. And he was going to replace Jameson Williams. And that wide receiver is Isaac Tesla. Had a big catch this weekend. In fact, I think we may have it for you. Kool-Aid, you're excited about that, huh?
I am excited about it.
You're excited about the Isaac Tesla guy. What do you think? You want to wait?
No. Look, I'm going to tee up the question beforehand because I'm wondering.
Okay.
I'm wondering, did Brad Holmes just go and scoop up that next great unheralded white receiver that tears the freaking league up? I'm looking at you, Anson.
I'm the only one here. I'm the only one here.
Look, let's take the quick one. Let's take the quick break. All right, look, we got
the member of the white delegation. We say
we're gonna see.
Look, we got
he might
Black
get
Rock,
claimed.
and we got Black Rock with Bray, Les Stanford with Anson, and then we're gonna get back to it because I believe that Brad cooked up, but we got an NFL wide receiver on this show, and I think the show goes by his name as well.
I may have a difference of opinion, but we'll see. Let me tell you about Black Rock first. Let's tell you about Black Rock first. Black Rock's 8 weeks of giveaway rolls into week 3. Congrats to our filet for the year. I'm sorry, you guys. I know everybody was trying to get in and get that filet for a year. You missed out, but you know who didn't? It's Gretchen Peters from Portage. We go all around the state, so congratulations to you. But next up, one lucky winner is about to level up their backyard barbecue with a Traeger grill. Ooh, not a Traeger grill. That's what we're giving away now? I might need to scan that QR code myself. Scan this QR code. Every entry also gets you a shot to win the grand prize of 4 tickets to the home opener September 14th. You mean tell me you get a chance to win tickets and a Traeger grill at the same time? All you gotta do is scan the QR code. Not that hard. Black Rock summer giveaways, man. This is the place they want to do it. Woodward Sports.
That's me laughing all the way to the bank after I leave Les Stanford because they've got great offers for everyone on their 2025 class. You see it above my head, that 2025 Hummer EV SUT $599 or the SUV version for only $699 a month, or get into that amazing deal at only $169 a month for the 2025 Sierra Double Cab. Listen, they've got a massive inventory and they've got amazing deals for everyone. So get on over to Les Stanford Buick and GMC. Visit lesstanford.com because, gentlemen, together.
That's right.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight.
This one is gone. Boys are back in town.
Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
High school summer pass. Yeah, you got 1 month left. We'll be in August in a couple days now, so you want to get to the gym where you 14 through 19, you work out for free. Part of the Planet Fitness High School Summer Pass. We want to get you out of the house, man. Look, mental health is just as important as physical health. So we want to bring you to the gym where we do it with no judgment, and it's squeaky clean, and there's trainers on staff to help you out with the things that you may need. Just get out of the house. Come out to Planet Fitness where your fitness is essential.
Where they can follow us online, on socials. Mr. Ricky Byrne.
There we go. I actually was checking our YouTube. That's funny. So make sure you stay connected to us on all social platforms: YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, X, and Instagram. Stay up to date with the latest sports news, live updates, and that behind-the-scenes action. Don't miss out. Hit that follow button now and be a part of Detroit's #1 digital sports network. That's at Woodward Sports everywhere, at Woodward Sports on all social platforms.
Bray, before you get us started, here we got a couple of super chats to catch up with
Fire
here.
away.
Michael Weary, of course, got us going with that first one, and then he chimed in again with that only joker was Jack Nicholson, and he is our chat police. Chat almost at 100. Let's shoot for 200. 3 super chats there. And
we need
Mike,
100 by 3.
There
We
you
need
go.
100. We need what? A couple more likes,
we need
guys.
2, baby. Just 2
likes in 7 minutes. No, you know what?
We
Give
get
me
to
20
1.
likes in
That's
7
right.
minutes.
That's right, my friend. Mike Reed with the Go Blue. Middle-aged sneaker check. Anson, I missed you, bud. Getting in early. LFG. Go Lions. Go Tigers. Detroit. Stand up 100. And Freddie Felt chimed in on your own personal prop bet. Bray would have bet plus 11 receptions, plus 189 yards, plus 3 touchdowns. I don't want to read this last part, but versus Sparty.
Go Blue!
Oh, I knew exactly what that stat line was. That's one of those that will live in infamy. Whenever I'm up doing these events, that's what everybody
I
wants to
remember
say.
that one all too well myself, my friend.
100%. You know something that I want people to remember all too well, and that is the play of Isaac Tesla, receiver drafted this year by the Detroit Lions out of Arkansas. Seems like somebody in there likes him. This guy Kool-Aid over here, man. Kool-Aid.
He's
Hey,
white.
I'm just sitting here right now looking at Ricky
He's
position
white.
the back wall. Look at that. Look at that catch, boy.
He's
He
white.
got social media.
That's a white
Fire it
guy.
up. Man, where's Victory Shades at? Let me put the Victory Shades back
Here
on,
you
man.
guys go.
Yeah, get that camera going, baby.
Wait,
Get
real
that
quick,
camera back up.
Real quick, and maybe where I grew up and who I played football. Are we still shocked that white boys are good athletes?
As,
like, I
as
feel like,
corners, yes.
yeah, corner, okay, corners, yes. But receivers,
Sound like
I feel
Cooper
like I've seen plenty of white boys that can ball like this. Is this still a shock?
Well, there's a lot of them at SVSU and Grand Valley, but
Circus
not
Kirkus.
in the league. Not in the league.
How long did it take for us not to be shocked about black quarterbacks?
Hey.
Shout out Mike Crawford.
My whole life I haven't been.
Shout out Mike
Well,
Crawford.
not you, though, but like the opposition was, and the opposition still is. So the
opposition.
The opposite side. This is what I'm talking about. You said how long before you shot?
I guess I'm not shocked by it. I don't get that shocked by it.
Nah, by the wide receiver.
Nah.
You can play.
Nah.
You can play.
As a delegate from the
White
white race,
delegation.
I am still surprised
Really?
when a white boy can go up and get
what?
it the way
Say
that
it
Puka
again.
can.
Say it
You
again.
As a delegate from the white,
Yeah.
what is it? It's not white.
white
delegation.
The white
delegation?
delegation.
Well, delegation. Yes,
You're a
there you go.
representative of
I'm
the
a
white delegation.
representative. Thank you. I appreciate the clarification, Rick.
Yeah, until it's half and half is understood if you're shocked. I get that. Where are you with Isaac Tesla? He made a hell of a catch this week. But, coming out of Arkansas, kind of like the thought around him was he wasn't the third down guy that they threw to. He wasn't the starter. He wasn't even the second wide receiver. He was the third wide receiver that they played in the slot. 28 catches, 545 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Had a high upside as it relates to yards per catch. But he wasn't the guy on that team. How much of that bothers you, Kool-Aid?
You know what, man? It bothered me a little bit until you dig around and you start to realize, too, he didn't play with any top tier or even good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And sometimes I wonder, when you're talking about preserving a wide receiver, is it better for you to keep this guy safe if he has next level talent, or and he's not playing with a quarterback that can throw him open, more or less throwing him into maybe medicine ball territory? So part of me was wondering, okay, is it who he's playing with? Because then you see him at this level. We haven't seen him in the NFL yet. This is just training camp. And you know how we do with training camp, Bray. You understand, Detroit fans. We will drink all of the Kool-Aid. But what we've seen has been very, very impressive. And that's where, with me, I also add this one tidbit too. Brad Holmes is the one who identified him. And we know that when we see these types of guys, they're shifty, they got sure hands, they can run their routes clean. You put them with a quarterback like a Jared Goff. We've seen Jared Goff go and with whoever wide receiver 3 and wide receiver 4 is, he's been able to go out there and utilize them as well with barely any chemistry. Now we got a young buck who I think is showing some really good skill sets at the base level. And at least at this level, now we want to see him do it in preseason and we want to see him do it in the NFL at this level. He's making a lot of big noise, man. He's got a lot of fans. Some fans on one side thinking he's about to be something. Some fans on the other side, they believe, come on, guys, he ain't going to be nothing more than maybe a wide receiver 4.
This is what I think, and I'll turn it over to Anson after I say this. I think it's a lot of what you said in the sense of, you draft Isaac Tesla, you see he has the upsides, you see he has the numbers, you see the skill, you see the speed, you see the hands, you see the size, you see how he tested, which was off the charts. All of that is great. He wants to be good. He wants to be great. He wanted to play for the Detroit Lions, and I think you mix that into Jared Goff and what he is, a cerebral quarterback, understanding. You see how he gets guys. Once he trusts them, whether it's Tim Patrick, whether it's Josh Reynolds, once he trusts these guys, he can put the ball and he can find them, Sam Laporte, and the list goes on. Yeah. So I think you have a quarterback that is primed, like you said, and I think you have a wide receiver room that will get the best out of him. Amon-Ra St. Brown, we can't say enough about him as it relates to taking things serious, as it relates to film, and knowing that that's the guy that I want to be right next to. That's the guy that I want to be right up under. And then he also has some of that freaky ability. Well, that's when you go lean on J-Mo. That's when you have conversations with J-Mo and you're watching him in real time figuring out this game as well. I think the room is very conducive to the success that he will have, and I think it's Brad Holmes making a great pick, and then you got him here.
Who was the NFL receiver that was your mentor when you got to the league?
I didn't have any, and that was one of my biggest issues.
Exactly.
That's one of my biggest issues.
Exactly. And when you talked about him coming here to a top-notch wide receiver room, you have that. You have a top-notch wide receivers coach as well. And this kid has come to a team where culture is everything. And if you've seen any kind of an interview with Tesla, this guy is a stand-up kid. Absolutely. But something that really stands out for me was Brad Holmes said this was his favorite wide receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
Not the best necessarily, but the favorite. And when you look at that, it means, okay, well, if he's not the best, why is he your favorite? Well, it's because his culture is right. He's going to come in with the right attitude. He's a hard worker. But he's also happily going to come in as a blocker, as a gunner, maybe even as a return man. This guy will work his way up from the bottom, taught and mentored by some of the best wide receivers in the league. And I just think that this kid landed in the perfect spot because Tesla could have gone somewhere else in the 4th round and barely gotten any run.
And you know what? A lot of what you're saying, though, that's some of the same, I guess, some of the same concepts that Brad Holmes used when he talked about Brian Branch. Mm-hmm. He said, look, I know you guys, some people, they base things off of just the combine numbers, and you can see guys shoot up the draft board. I'm looking at the character, I'm looking at the grit, but I'm also looking at who's this guy on the field with pads on. When I pop on the tape, he looks like a football player.
Same thing with Jack Campbell. Same thing with Jahmyr Gibbs. Everybody, why are you reaching for these guys? And look how they fit.
Yeah, I think, but okay, I'll give some pushback on that. The difference with that is Jahmyr Gibbs went to what school?
True.
Brian Bench played in the secondary at what school?
Yeah, pretty
And
good.
Jack Campbell played linebacker in the Big Ten. You can laugh all you want to about what Iowa is on the offensive side of the ball, but on defense, Iowa comes to play. Their backers come to play and they play well. So you look at those three, it's like that's different than Arkansas.
Where did Amon-Ra go?
USC.
Yeah, I mean, Pac-10 kind of pack nothing these days. That's why they're in the Big Ten.
True, but USC is not a swing and a miss when you're thinking about Arkansas. A guy that didn't even start at Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the pushback to when people are like, is this another trial and error? Is this another Giovanni Manu? Is this another insert player that Brad Holmes is drafted in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round? Like he's hit on a bunch. So we give him the credit. It's like, oh, well, he got Amon-Ra St. Brown. End of discussion. For every Amon-Ra St. Brown, though, there's a couple in those 4th rounds that you're like, is this reaching? And he would be one.
But that's why I wanted to be able to ask you the question of, out of the things you've seen, your perspective of being around NFL training camps and even college, when you see a person like this, man, how much stock do you put into it? Because he's not the traditional one. You're right. It would be different if we're talking about a guy who we've seen perform against the highest levels at each level, and now he's at the NFL, and we know, okay, at least in 3-4 years, his peers are going to be the ones at the top. We've seen him perform against them. Same thing that people said about K, but with Tesla, you got a lot of people excited about what he could be based on what they're seeing in training camp. Part of me feels like this, even though I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, part of me feels like we've been here before, and it with some not so great memories.
If you want to know if he's going to be good or not, this is what you're going to see. You get a lot of reps during training camp because the vets are tired, because you don't want to run the vets out. You want to get some work in, put Tesla against the 2s, against the 1s, or, hey, look, we'll give you guys a period out, Tesla, you get in there, some other receivers. So he's going to get a lot of work. He's got to start making catches like this consistently. And yes, catches like that. I know it was a great catch in his one hand. Yes, he has to make those catches. If you want to get on the field, you got to get noticed. So he's got to consistently do this. He will get premium opportunities this Thursday to start, as well as the rest of the preseason games. You're going to be one of the only wide receivers playing in there that has an opportunity to be a 3 or 4. You got to make plays in those games. I saw Victor Cruz coming out of UMass. His rookie year. We played them. It's Jets versus Giants. First time I'd ever seen Victor Cruz play. It's the second preseason game. Rex wanted to bury the Giants and prove that we were the team in New York. So we played all our starters. The Giants, they chose to treat it like number 2 game in the preseason back then. Victor Cruz plays the game. He starts the game. Has 187 yards, has 3 touchdowns, and guess who those touchdowns were on? They were on Darrelle Revis and Antonio Cromartie. All 187 yards and all 3 touchdowns. I saw that. I knew what he was going to be. But it starts in practice. I want to see a lot more plays like this. Get that confidence going. You start to see it because then you start to believe it.
And if you didn't watch this live,
it was
because
nasty.
most of us didn't, but that was a pick thrown by Hendon Hooker.
Yeah.
Tesla took that ball away.
Would the people like to see it?
Yes.
Courtesy of the Detroit Lions.
We got,
man.
Hey, keep the mics hot. So keep the mics hot. We got 3 different angles of this thing, you know,
wow.
and we'll loop it around, man. So you guys talk about it, because we got an NFL wide receiver. I'm gonna continue to hammer that home.
Let's watch it. I can break it down.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That's
So he didn't high point, which is something new. The high point was just jumping, go get it.
Hendon's real excited for him getting that because he knows there should have been a pick.
He saved his butt. That's
No doubt.
That's a hell of a catch. Like, the catch is great. There's some technical things.
I still can't get over the spike. I must be one of them coaches, bro. Act like you've been there before.
Oh, you want to see that spike again?
No, I can't stand it.
You said you can't stand
I
the
can't
spike?
stand it. I'm old school. Act like you've been there before, man.
But he hasn't.
No, I know he hasn't. No, that's the thing. We know, like, they tell you that as a little kid, like, yeah, but act like it. You're not even in the game.
That's a hell of a catch too. And now the president, what I do like, I like how he reached for pass the ball, draped in over the DB. He went to attack the ball. Look, he went to attack.
There's the other angle too, so you can see the inside.
That looks a little better on Hendon. Breaking news courtesy of
Realistically, you just give him a chance, though. Like, that's all you can have. Even though it was a bad throw as a wide receiver, especially, you're talking about Tesla 6'4", myself 6'3.5", 6'4".
Oh, yeah, he could
just
put it
give
up
us
there.
a chance.
Yeah, he could have put it
and
up
he gave him a chance. So he didn't throw the ball out of bounds. We hate when quarterbacks throw it way inside and now I got to get smacked back. Well, the safety takes the ball, or you throw it out of bounds over the out of bounds.
You'll like hearing this. Dante 151, the legend in the chat. We always appreciate you, Dante. Breaking news.
OG.
The Denver Broncos and wide receiver Cortland Sutton have agreed to terms on a 4-year, $92 million contract extension. This kid came SMU, if I'm correct. When this kid came out of college, what happened?
Right. What's the value?
How much money he got?
Oh, that's what I thought you were upset about. I was like, I either forgot a pause somewhere or he mad about the money. He mad about the money.
You said.
$92 million. But yeah, Sutton's a player who never had a quarterback until this last year.
Is he a $24 million?
I
player?
really think that he's one of the better wide receivers in the league, slept on continuously.
Woosah, Bray.
He's mad.
I digress. I'm not mad. There's no such thing as mad about that man's money. I don't count people's pockets.
When I hear Bill Russell talking back in the day about contracts and stuff, and those poor boys are making nothing in the 60s.
Making 23 and a half. Wow, this is like Christian Kirk all over again.
I'm down with that one. I never understood it. Never at all.
Kenny Galladay will always be the worst one, but $20 million for him is insane.
Bray, we're at 118 likes.
And we're still moving.
We are crushing towards 200. Smash that chat.
Get to
smash
200.
that like.
Listen,
chat.
we're gonna have a merch giveaway by the end of the show too. Maybe we'll do that after our swish or break segment today. Got a swish or break segment, but shout out to the chat family for getting to
crushing it.
That like goal before the first hour was even over, man. Shout out to you guys. Let's get to 200 now.
Yes, sir.
Another notable name, another rookie name that's important is the #1 overall draft pick for the Detroit Lions. That's Talik Williams. We know how important the defensive line is going to be for the Lions this year. He's going to have to fill in a major way for Aleem McNeil early on in that year, and he's going to have to. Hey, look, I know he's a rookie, but there will be a lot on him. Where are you with Talik Williams and the progress we've heard out of camp from him?
Listen, man, when you talk about the interior of that defensive line, you want it right, especially when you're talking about some question marks on the other side of Hutch in terms of his bookend pairing. Is Davenport going to be there or not? A lot of people don't believe he's going to play 7 games this year. So Talik Williams now finds himself in a big position in which we thought maybe Aleem McNeil misses maybe the first part of the season, maybe the first couple games. Nope, he might be out 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Then we thought, okay, well, we got some of these other players that, he tendered, like Malcolm Rodriguez, who we know he can help with getting pressure and trying to blow up things along that defensive line. No, he's still hurt now. So now you got Tate Ratledge and Talik Williams in particular, who are stepping into some big positions. I'm not hearing like all the big noise, and I think that until they can really get pads, until they can really start doing reps against other teams, like the joint practices and such, that's when we'll really be able to single in on. But I do feel like if you're not hearing like he's making mistakes and you're not hearing his name being called like that, then that means he's doing his job. And I think that he's finding himself, as we inch closer and closer to the season, in one of the most pivotal roles, because he has to be one of those guys that helps bolster that middle while the rest of this team is getting healthy at those same positions.
And some more pressure on rookie Tate Ratledge or rookie Talik Williams?
Wow, that's a hell of a question. I was going to immediately say Tate because he's under center, and there's just so much that goes into getting that rapport with your quarterback, understanding coverages and different blocking schemes. So in terms of all of the responsibilities that the center has, I would just naturally say it's Tate because of his position. But when you look at the loss of Levi, when you consider that Aleem isn't going to be around until Thanksgiving, possibly later, and then you look at, well, who are the other guys in the middle? Ray Lopez? Some of these guys are mostly fill-in, rotational players.
Yep.
Listen, Talik Williams, you look at JT and Sawyer over in OSU and the big numbers that they put up, they don't do that without a monster like Talik Williams in the middle of that defensive line, a guy that lived in the backfield, pressuring all the time, tackles for loss. Again, you're not going to see an interior lineman, put up Ndamukong Suh type sack numbers, but he's got more sacks than heavyweight's favorite Shamar Stewart, who had 4.5 over his career at Texas. So for me, this Talik kid, again, comes back to the culture. They love this kid. He's going to fit in as a Lion, but he's uber productive. He was uber productive for the Buckeyes in one of the most gritty conferences in the nation, and he's going to be the exact same thing here in the grittiest division in the NFC. Love it. Can't wait for Talik.
I don't know who Full State Farms is talking about. I'm wondering. Full State definitely specified because he says Holmes wasted that pick. So I'm wondering if it's the Tesla one or the Tyleek one, because I'm sure Tyleek is going to ball out this year.
And they're saying it over Tyleek because he was taken 10, 15 earlier than where Mel Kiper had him.
But we see there's a need now, though. Like, Brad Holmes talked about the fact that you guys don't see the needs. Think about when they took J-Mo, and people say, why are you doing that?
Exactly.
Then he said J-Mo became a need for us. And that's where I'm looking at this situation now. Look how things have gone. People thought we got to go edge with the first 2 picks. I was one of those guys, guilty as charged. He went interior and interior on both sides of the defensive line, both sides of the line, defensive and offensive. And then what do you know? A month and a half goes by, and then boom, 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 Ragnow. All of a sudden, Aleem is going to miss more time. All of a sudden, Malcolm Rodriguez is going to miss more time. Now it's looking like Brad Holmes knew what he was doing all along. And this is the thing. I believe that there is a lot of pressure on these guys. But, Brad, from your perspective, because we've seen these rookies and these young players have to step in and play big positions. Early on, it was because they had to. Are the Lions – it looks like they're still in that position, bro.
Yeah, the young guys will have to step in a little bit early. I think Tyleek Williams has a lot of pressure on him as well. You know, you put him next to DJ Reader, I think that'll help him out. He has a veteran that can help him. Aiden Hutchinson to come back this year. I think they want to funnel it to the left or to the right. They don't want to allow guys to run through the middle, and that's where Tyleek will come up big for them. You brought up the numbers at Sawyer. He definitely was in that backfield in Ohio State, with the exception of one game. But other than that, he was in the backfield a lot for Ohio State.
They didn't get much done in that game, did they?
Not at all. Not at all. But I'm going to go with Tate Rowledge, and it's because of what you alluded to earlier. He has more pressure on him because he's got to learn the center position. He's coming in after Frank Ragnow. It doesn't matter. He has to learn the position. He's got to learn the snap count. He's got to learn
exchange.
The center quarterback exchange. He's got to learn the command. He's got to learn just the rhythm of J-Mo as well as Jared Goff. Then he also has to know the right guard. There's a whole separate set of concepts and terms and terminology and things that you're looking for when you're the guard versus being the center. So there's just going to be a lot on him, and I think his head is going to be swimming. Like, not only does he have to learn how to play center, he's learning how to play right guard, at least in the NFL as well. I think that's a lot. The lineman, it's going to be a lot.
You think Tyleek starts day one, week 1?
I think so.
I think he has to now with Levi out.
100%.
Yeah.
Now he has to start week 1.
And we haven't even talked about Ahmed Hassan.
I forgot about.
We'll talk about him.
How many sacks you think this kid's going to get? 6th-round pick, guy that's kind of scheduled to get some run, a guy that has said and done all the right things so far, but maybe us as Lions fans are getting a little excited. I've been seeing some wild numbers out there.
Bro.
Where's he on the depth chart right now? Is he one behind Davenport?
That's a great question.
Let's start
his
with
lifting videos are ridiculous.
What'd
I
you
can't
say?
wait to see. I said his lifting videos, some of them are ridiculous. I can't wait to
Best
see
thing, like the Lions got a couple like all training camp hype type guys. Yeah. You like everything they're saying. You like the stuff that you're seeing early on. And now it's a point where you're hearing a lot of people who are bullish on these guys, and that's why I like your perspective on these things, bro, because you've seen this. I'm sure you've heard a lot of names. I'm sure you've heard some flash in the pans, and I'm sure you've seen the guys who, that one is one right there. Even though it's at the start, I know he's going to be one. And you do. Hassan is a guy who is going to apparently have opportunity because of the injuries that have happened to the Lions already. And especially, I didn't know that Malcolm Rodriguez was going to be a guy who was going to miss. And I get it. 6th-round draft pick, how much you're going to depend on him. He stepped into his own this past season. And now Calvin Shepard, his linebackers coach, is defensive coordinator. So it's like these guys don't get the opportunity. But how much do we temper, or do we say, you know what? This is a Brad guy right here. We know he's going to get it done.
The cool thing about Brad Holmes and telling how he gets invest these players is, look, he is going in and having these conversations. He is looking at not just the film. He's not just looking at the game tape. He's looking at more. He's having conversations. How is the mental? What type of player? What type of adversity did he deal with? Because sometimes you'll draft players just based off stats. You'll draft players off the hype, and you'll bring them in, and you don't know how they can deal with certain situations. You don't know if they're mentally strong. You don't know how they're going to come into your facility, into your locker room. How is their mental going to be? And then also, too, can they get along with the program? Yeah, can they just say, look, when you come to the Lions, you work hard. We're going to work hard. We're going to hit hard. We're going to watch film. It's about us. Not everybody can dive into the psyche. So when you have guys like a Tyleek Williams, like a Tesla, that you vetted, you've had the conversation, this is my favorite player at this position in this draft, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you're able to have success. So I'm hoping that it works.
And what is it? We've had, 2 guys that have not been welcomed here after they came in. What is Isaiah Buggs?
Yeah,
One.
Buggs
and
was
then,
one.
And then there's maybe one other guy.
Sutton Toast.
TJ? Oh, you talking about draft? That
But
was
not,
drafted?
draft. Just guys that they've brought in that, for some reason, personally, they didn't work for this team. But otherwise, these guys mostly have a foolproof culture protection program in place right now. You're not getting to Allen Park unless you're fully vetted and they know that you're part of this BNL culture.
Yeah, and you know what? I see what up though with Detroit Gunny. Shout out to you, man.
How long?
Support. She says Hassanina's third string behind Davenport and AQM, and they got him ahead of Josh Pascal.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Oh, good. I forgot he was still on the roster. How long? How long?
Probably their biggest whiff.
He's one of. He's one of. How long before we stop using this culture thing? Because right now everything is the culture, and we bring them into the culture, and I just use culture, and then you just use culture, and we get them into the locker room, and Dan Campbell and their grit and their Verlaine. What does it look like if we go 11-5 to 11-6 this year?
And I was gonna ask you is like, how from your perspective in those rooms, like what is the culture? Because I know you see it from our perspective and what we think and what we hear and such, but I do wonder, like at a certain point in time, is it just walk the walk? It's no more like we talking it and we have to pom it and parade it, go out there and handle business. Because when the Patriots got going, it just seemed like this is what we do. The Chiefs, they just go out there and they handle business. Does the coach, are they still who they are? Do I still expect Dan Campbell to be who he is and to give his speeches? Yeah, but I really am curious on that as it relates to that culture stuff, because us as fans, we're going to eat that type of stuff up.
All right, I got 2 answers for you there. One, I'm going to go to the old relationship rule. If you were with a girl for 5 years and you break up, it's going to take you 5 months to get over it, right?
A month per year?
Yeah, that's what they say, right? So
Interesting.
We've got 6 decades of doing nothing.
Come on.
So early, I'm going to say 6 years.
6 years,
it's going to take us to get over this. But the better way, I think my second answer would be the moment that Lions fans stop saying, I will take one Super Bowl and let this team be trash for the rest of my life. Because the culture of Lions fan
that's a good one,
has
actually.
to change and start matching the culture of the Detroit Lions.
That's a
we,
bar.
as fans, have to raise that bar. And I've been saying that for 2 years. You guys got all on me because, he's SOL. Yeah, show me something I haven't seen. You guys can say two playoff victories in 1 year. I've seen a playoff victory. So whether I get 2 in a year or 1 in a year or none in a year, I've seen it. Get to the Super Bowl. That's the next step. Then win the Super Bowl. And until fans here can accept the fact that this is about a 10 and 20-year run as a great franchise, not just a 1-year deal where we get a ring, that is when we stop talking about culture, Bray.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I would say
man.
we start talking about culture when I get some consistent years with playoff wins.
Yes, sir.
Like that's when, like, right now it's cool. It's getting there, and I believe where it's going. But if you can't get playoff wins this year, playoff wins the next year, the teams that you're talking about, like, looks like they went on a run. That's when you win consistent playoff games every year. That's when you're winning at least a game, most of those teams 2, or getting to the Super Bowl. Once you can do that, when every year your team knows or your fan base knows, all right, Lions are getting in, they're at least winning the playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're winning, if you have the best record in the NFC, then that means one playoff game gets you where? To the NFC Championship.
Hey, you know what? You're preaching, though, man, because I'm seeing the national pundits as well as we're getting closer and closer to the NFL.
Yeah.
They're getting beyond the clickbait. So now they're saying, okay. Yeah, Lions are probably going to win the NFC North. But then they get into, we see MGM, bet MGM. They got them as, second favorite to win the NFC behind the Eagles. But they still ask the question via Yahoo Sports, are the Lions, can you consider them elite with no Super Bowl appearances and probably the 2 worst losses of the last 2 years, of the last 5 years is how they put it. Can you consider them elite if they're not a team that can get to the big stage?
Chat, we want to hear from you on that one. We'll discuss it when we get back from this break here. We are at 128 likes. We need 72 more likes, and we are going to add to this. Probably going to pull out some merchandise. We need 72 more likes. Super chat whether you feel the Detroit Lions are elite or not, and we will read it when we come back.
That's right. Hey, you know what? We're going to go right to commercial break here. That's right.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, it's Stick from Woodward Sports. I'm out here at the Feldman shop, of course, you know, because they are #1 people. And the Ineos Grenadier, that's the new car that they got. But I got my man here, the Sun God. I'm not lying. His name is Amon-Ra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He sold me a car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? Come see us out here, baby. We're in Waterford. We got the pre-owns all day. We got the Grenadiers, and we got new Chevys all day. Whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah, and I went with this one. I like it. 2023 Durango. It's used. Only got like 30,000 miles on it. And this guy, man, I was like, listen, this is my price. You either make it happen or I'm out of here.
Easy.
You know what he did? Went to his boss. He's like, I'm making this happen for this guy. Came back, threw the contract on the table. Now I'm in the whip.
Yes, sir. Sign, drive, 0 down, easy money all day.
All right, Feldman, what's the address here, do you know?
5300 Highland Road, Waterford, Michigan, 48327. Open until 6 o'clock every weekday except 9 o'clock on Mondays and Thursdays. It's 4 o'clock on Saturdays. Only day we're not here for you is Sunday. Every other day we're here to get it done, baby.
And his legit name is Amon-Ra. I'm not lying. It was destined. It was meant to be. Woodward Sports found this guy. So thank you very much, man. Enjoying the car, and the kid likes it too. It's nice and safe.
So, you're a Detroit sports fan, huh? Well then, make sure you subscribe to all the Woodward sports pages on YouTube. We have Woodward Baseball, Woodward Pistons, and of course, Woodward Hockey. Get breakdowns, updates, and bonus coverage of all things Detroit. So pick your favorite sport and follow along with the best Detroit sports coverage ever made. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Hey,
all right, welcome back.
We back.
Why is it that asparagus makes your peach
it's funky. Yeah.
Like, 'cause it's funny.
You want a scientific answer? Or?
Well, I legitimately forgot that I ate asparagus today, but I was quickly reminded.
Yeah, you were sick.
No, not as I was sitting. That was a bathroom break. But also, too, I found out recently that it's not everybody that has that chemical reaction to asparagus. Not every.
Interesting.
So I found that out. Oh, that's crazy.
Fun facts.
Like, why did I
Braylon
get
Edwards.
that? You know what I'm saying? Well, why did I? Just random conversation. Just random conversation.
The body's a wild
pick up
thing.
where we were.
Yeah. We got to ask the people because we got national media who is now, they're stopping with the clickbait. They're saying that the Lions are good. They believe they're going to win the NFC North, but they're asking the question, can a team that's had probably the biggest losses in the playoffs, the biggest letdowns, they said over the last 5 years, can you consider them elite even though they haven't made it to the Super Bowl yet?
Are you asking me?
Just in general. I want to know from the chat as well.
Yeah,
But you know what? Throwing it back to you guys, definitely, man.
You can't be. You can't be considered elite if you can't get back to back. You can't be considered elite. I don't think so.
I mean, they have a very specific situation that they went through last year, losing 22 defenders. When you look at the way that the defense was playing in their first 10 games of the season when we were mostly healthy, it was pretty much an elite defense.
Yeah.
There's no arguing that we have an elite offense. We have a top 8 quarterback. We have the best wide receiver room, arguably. We have I won't argue that we have the best. Arguably top 5. Okay, they're top 5 for sure. It's worth arguing.
Yeah.
The running back room is the best, and we have one of the best tight ends out there. The offensive line, we'll see how well they perform with a couple changes. But when I look at a healthy defense, one that's been added to, I do think that the Lions get back at least to the NFC Championship if they're healthy last year. So when I look at them on paper versus your point, looking at them in record, I see both sides of that coin. Yeah. But I'm a roster guy. I like looking at that paper before week 1, and what I see out of the coaching staff, the culture, the players, and just the way they execute. They're gritty as hell, man. Yeah. So to me, I'd say that there's 5-6 elite teams in the NFL, and yes, our Detroit Lions are one of them.
Ooh, that actually surprised me. I didn't think you were gonna say that, man.
And they still got to get to a damn Super Bowl for the first time. But yes, on paper, this team's elite.
I'm glad you said that, because when I do look at the team on paper, you're looking, you see Pro Bowler,
Mm-hmm.
All Pro, all down the list. We talking about these rookies, right? Which one has more pressure on them? I'm at least glad to know that both of them play on a line that got probably the best bookends in the game. I know Aiden Hutchinson's going to have to prove that. Penei Sewell, they're starting to have a little bit of conversation. Is he the best, in the game?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm glad that those guys at least have that type of pedigree on their line, because when you look, all the young guys, right, they got some dogs in their room. We talk about Isaac Tesla, but he got Amon-Ra St. Brown in that room as well. So when I look across the board, I'm looking at a team that even the young guys we've had to depend on, like a Sam Laporta, I'm confident in these guys being able to step up and still be who they were and take that next step. I think that sometimes we underestimate the in-house growth. We saw last year what underpinned a lot of the success for the Detroit Lions, even though they were banged up, the growth of Brian Branch and one Kirby Joseph. And that did help to underpin and help to stave off what probably would have been not 15 wins last year with this season, with this team. Obviously, they were a little bit too banged up when you get to the playoffs, but I do believe that this is a squad that if you think that you're going to go out there and just run roughshod over the Lions, I don't think that's the case. I believe they're still as formidable as we've seen them in the regular season the last 2 years, and that last year's playoff run was more due to circumstance than who they are or are not as an elite team. Straight up.
Give me 3 games this year that you need the Lions to win. 3 games that you need the Detroit Lions to win this season.
Baltimore Ravens, they got to get.
I was about to say Ravens.
They got to get that monkey off their
Cleanse your
back.
soul of that.
They got to get that monkey off
LA,
their back.
Rams.
Rams, I love that one.
Commanders. Oh, but
those are my 3.
Yeah, you got to win those.
Those are my 3.
Hey, we get those 3, we can lose in Green Bay week 1. As far as I'm concerned,
I was about to say I would trade that. I would take that.
Well, I was going to ask you guys this too, just to
win those. It's a different feel. The one thing that the Lions haven't done, with the exception of 2 years ago, opening game of the year, where they beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead, ring ceremony, no Chris Jones, no Travis Kelce. Let's throw that out there. You can say what you want to. I'm going to preface it with that. That's what I need them to do. They don't have that road game of a juggernaut yet. That's what I need. Baltimore is a juggernaut. If you don't believe me, look at their record against the NFC. I still think they're undefeated. I still think Lamar Jackson is undefeated in his NFL career against the Detroit Lions. Against the NFC. That is a staple game.
That's crazy.
I need that to be taken serious. I need you to look like something. I'm not talking about I need to look close. I need you to go out there and take a win from Lamar Jackson, Baltimore. When you can win that game on the road, then people will start less believing. Go out and beat L.A., who people are putting in front of you this season. We're talking about Stafford is back, and they got 3 defensive players in the top 40 to replace Aaron Donald. They got this guy, and they bought it. Go beat them in L.A. Go out to L.A. and beat them. And then the team that beat you in the playoffs last year, show us that you're pissed.
Yeah.
Show me that you're pissed.
We're great at revenge.
Do them like you did Dallas.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Yes.
Those
Great
3
revenge
games
team.
are very, very important to me. The other ones are cool. It is what it is. Those are the 3 that are very important to me, and especially that Washington Commanders game.
And just to piggyback on that, like those are the ones for you as it relates to the regular season, because you got people like Craig in the chat that says regular season juggernauts. This is what you're saying. These are the ones that give you confidence in the Lions, more confidence as they're moving into the playoffs. Versus, okay, they had a 10-win season, they lost these games. You probably feeling a little less confident in them as you're going in.
100%. And somebody in the chat said regular season juggernaut.
Yeah, Craig. He said
100%. I appreciate you. Right, it is a regular season juggernaut. Beat those individuals.
Yeah.
You got to be able to beat those people in the regular season, because right now you're a regular season juggernaut too.
Yep.
You're a regular season juggernaut too. Be able to win those games. Like right now, it's like when they played Buffalo last year, we hope they beat Buffalo. Like we hope they beat Lamar Jackson. We hope. I don't want the hope to be there. I don't want the optimism. I want to know. Oh yeah, you know they have their number. So that's what I mean.
Especially when you're talking about who are the elite teams, we shouldn't be like, man, well, we hope we beat them. Like 2 years ago, I was hoping we beat the Packers in Lambeau. Now, no, we strutting there just like Sheila Ham did. Yeah, she walked around that field like she owned it. And I do believe we can learn a lot from her. Like she seems unwavered in believing in this thing, but the chat family has put some of their three in. Future in Doubt says Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles. Michael Wary says Eagles, Ravens, and Bills. What up, though, with Detroit Gunny says Eagles, Commanders, and Rams. Get your three in the chat, man. That'll give you that ultimate confidence in the Detroit Lions as they hopefully
they don't have to. I like the Eagles, but they don't have to be the Eagles for me in the regular season. They're the number one team in the conference, blah, blah, blah. They don't have to be the Eagles. Do you remember what happened to Baltimore 2 years ago? Not to mention this is one of those teams. That's where I'm at with it.
Let's hit a couple super chats real quick before the break, going back to that last topic of whether the Lions are elite or not. Michael DeVries, compared to the last 65 years, I would say they're elite. And Michael Wary, yes. If they get healthy and stay healthy, who is going to beat them? Another interesting one, this is not a super chat, but I'm going to read it anyway. Cartier, we got Hall of Famers, we elite. Now, my question for you is this. How many Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, are on this team right now? Because I can think of at least 5.
Also, too, with this we are elite, no, you are not. Elite takes consistency. Eliteness takes consistency. The Lions are damn good.
They've been pretty consistent for 2 seasons. I know that they fell on their face without a defense in the opening round last year, but this last 2 years.
You don't just get to jump to elite because you had 2 seasons. And then the end of the last season was a letdown, regardless of injuries or not. It's a letdown.
But aren't there elite teams every season, regardless of who wins?
No, there are people that try to make elite teams.
Okay.
There aren't elite teams every year. In the NFL right now, elite is elite. Elite's like 4. You can't have more than 4 elite NFL
Well, then we're
teams.
number 5.
Yeah, you can't have more than 4. You got two per conference. To start a season would be elite.
You know who's elite?
Yeah.
Our chat today.
Ooh.
142 likes.
Are they cooking with some grease?
Guys, listen, we are at 3:30 right now, so get us those extra 8 to 150, and you got a half hour for those last 50 likes. We are going to hook you up. Get those super chats in. You know what? Can I say the F word?
Why not?
I don't know. We'll hold back on that one, but I'm doubling the super chat spots on that wheel. The wheel's jamming right now, so I'm doubling super chats for the last half hour. Smash the like button. Get your super chats in. Let's have some fun for this last 30 minutes.
I didn't know which F word you were talking about, so I didn't know what to say.
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
The elite it's an interesting conversation. It's fun. Like the Chiefs were balling for a while before they actually turned into an elite team. Like realistically, the Chiefs were going to the AFC Championship. They were going to the semifinals. They still weren't elite. Then they got there and they become elite. So it takes a second to become elite. It's a different type of consistency. Is Buffalo elite?
No.
Oh.
Is Buffalo elite?
Right. No.
Listen,
their quarterback is elite, but are they elite?
That's
a really good
point. You just tripped us all up with that one, my friend. You got us all on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
That's an easy
well, they're 5 and 6 then. All right, we happy there?
Yeah.
So we got the Eagles. We got the Chiefs.
Who's your elites?
Is there only 2?
Yeah, who are your elites? Let's figure that out. Is it Eagles and Chiefs? Is that it?
It ain't the 49ers, even though I really like them this year.
And then who's the class right under them?
It's the
Lamar,
Bills. It's
yeah,
the
Ravens.
the
Everybody-
Ravens, the Bills.
Rams won a
Everybody
Super
that's
Bowl.
close but no cigar.
So can the Rams be considered elite because they won a championship a few years ago?
Nah, because the team looks different.
Okay.
Like realistically, there's some infrastructure there. Obviously, the coach, Matt Shepard, a couple other players, but it looks completely different. Like offensive line, is completely different. Like the defense is completely different.
Yeah, they're missing a guy in the middle there was pretty good.
But you know how, like, Les Snead, a.k.a. F them picks, the GM out there of the Los Angeles Rams, he went and got after Aaron Thomas was retired, he got 4 draft picks on the defensive side inside the top 50. That's how you go back. And when you replace a Hall of Famer, they didn't do it with one player. They went and got 4 defensive linemen that are a top 40 picks. So that's how you get back.
People are asking, wait, so the Ravens are not elite? DNC?
I said Ravens elite.
Yeah, some people in here, Ravens and Bills are elite. Cartier believes the Ravens and the Bills are elite, despite not having that.
But yeah, and it's fair though. That's why I asked the question: like, are the Bills elite? And it was a real question.
Yeah.
Realistically, Lamar, here comes the elite regular season. Yeah, leading the regular season, then comes the playoffs. So
dog, man, I don't even. It's gonna be an interesting year for Lamar Jackson. I think an interesting next couple years for him because this is a guy who. We hear the Lions now. You hear the noise of, are the Lions ever going to get to a Super Bowl? Think about what that noise is now for Lamar Jackson in terms of can this guy win one? You're one of the best in the game. You got the MVP under your belt. You guys have had your opportunities. Are you going to actually get this thing done? It's crazy to see in real time now, especially as an older, more seasoned sports watcher, these guys and their legacies, being, you're seeing it go up or down in real time, man. It's crazy, but he's one that if there's a guy in the league that's not from my Detroit sports teams that I want to see get one, I want to see the guy get one, man. Lamar Jackson. Yeah,
hell yeah,
I do.
Hell yeah.
I just want to see a game where it doesn't look like half the game he's pressing and the other half the game the coaching staff is pressing. That's what it looks like with the Ravens every year in the playoffs. It's like, Lamar Jackson has a bad quarter, he's pressing hard. Here's the offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, doesn't know what to call. Here's the coordinator from Georgia who went there last year. Like, what are you doing? You're not running Lamar. Like, it just looks confusing in the playoffs for the Ravens on offense.
Yeah, I never understand what the hell they're doing once the playoffs come around because they are so, like you said, regular season juggernaut.
They keep changing the offensive coordinator. And every year there's a legit excuse, much like for the Detroit Lions. Last year, who didn't they have? They didn't have Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers it's Lamar Jackson's guy, so we'll see.
Well, hey, let's I'm gonna
mailbag.
Listen, I want to make sure we get to Swisher break and then a little bit of mailbag. So let's hear from some of our sponsors. We're gonna go straight to the commercial break, and then we'll be right back to you, good people, man.
Sounds good.
Summer's heating up, and Feldman's clearing space for the incoming new models. That means massive markdowns during Feldman's hot summer sale. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $189 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for just $209 a month. Inventory's moving fast, and when it's gone, it's gone. So don't sweat the search. Just get to Feldman. More locations, more inventory, more ways to save. The hot summer sale is on at Feldman.
WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
You guys got me over here trying to figure out these elite teams, man. Let me take a look.
There's a lot of dispute here in the chat, man. There's.
I think it's 4 elite teams.
Okay, let's hear them.
I think it's 4 elite teams.
Hold on.
Let's hear them, Bray.
Just going back doing some. Actually, I just really do not want to put Buffalo as an elite, man. They do the same thing every year in the playoff, but you know what? It's fair.
They're not.
Josh Allen balls. Buffalo is elite. Baltimore is elite. KC and Philly. I think those are your 4 elite teams. And you want to put the Lions 5? I'm fine with that.
All right, good, because I was going to argue.
I put the Lions 5.
Who would your 6 to be?
6 in the elite category.
Can it be the 49ers with just one bad year down, how good they've been this century, or this decade?
That's a very fair question.
And they're healthy. I'm worried about them. Like the way that we were overlooking the Eagles last year, same things happening with 49ers this year. Don't sleep on a rematch of the 2023 NFC Finals once again this year.
You can put the 49ers there, the Rams there, and let them fight that position out. Some people don't believe in the Packers. I think the Packers are good. It'd be another team to put into that spot. But I think it's 4. Put the Lions at 5. And the only reason why Buffalo's had sustainable success in the playoffs, AFC Championship, and the quarterback play for the last 7 years. Realistically, Baltimore, the same thing. Kansas City, the same thing. And Philly's the current Super Bowl champ. So I think when you look at it through that lens, that is your elite. And everybody else is fighting to get into
You know what? We're going to have to do this, man. We're going to have to keep the elite power rankings all season. And then
I
those
like
teams right underneath, Bray. We're going to have to do this, man. We're going to get the graphics
Hey,
for
look,
it and
you don't have to
everything.
reinvent the wheel. Look, Stephen A. Smith, and when he does that, it works. So I ain't mad. It's a great segment. He works. He has a lot of excitement. But the segment is true because throughout the course of the season, it rotates. Teams are playing better. And it kind of is fun to give you like a live update week by week versus here's the preseason. All right, here's what the playoff rankings look like.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
That'll be fun.
Hey, but look, I got some questions for you guys. Shout out to my brother KG as well, who contributed to this. We got a Swisher brick for you guys. We're gonna think of some cool graphics, some way we can display it on here too. But you guys know this. You guys already know the rules. Okay, I'm gonna read a statement. Whether I agree with it or not, I have to give supporting information and evidence. And then our hosts are going to say swish or brick. So if you agree with the statement, swish. If you disagree, brick. You can even get fancy. Like that's an air ball layup or that's a wedgie. So I got some stuff here. It's going to cover at least 3 of our sports teams. Woe is the Red Wings. They somehow they're left out. The first one, though.
The who?
The Red.
Right.
All right, look. The first one.
I'm joking.
And I must put on the victory shades as the quiz master. All right, look. We talked about this person today. Swish or brick, Isaac Tesla will have at least 400 yards on offense his rookie season. Swish or brick. And we start with Anson. We're going to go to Ricky, and then Bray will finish it off.
Does that 400 include return yards?
No, not return yards.
Just receiving.
Just receiving, because this is a guy.
Or rushing as well.
Because listen, this is a guy. You look at, Tim Patrick. You look at Jameson Williams, where he took off. These guys got the 300, 350, 400 yards. Can Isaac Tesla in that wide receiver 4, maybe 3 role get to that 400 yards?
Assuming the wide receiver room stays healthy, I'll take the over on 350. I will take the under on 400. I just don't see the reps. I think that he's utilized quite a bit in special teams. And I think that we see that big year where we can talk 500, maybe 600 plus in 2026.
What type of brick is that thing? So is that like a rim out? Is it off the backboard?
That was halfway down and out, baby.
Oh, that close.
Halfway down and
So
out. Not a brick, though.
You get an idea now. There we go.
Love
Hey,
it.
Ricky, what about you, brother?
I'm going with a brick. It's gonna be a clink. Clink. Just one sound clink. It's gonna go all the way back to the 3-point line. Not his rookie season. Second year, yes, but his rookie season, I think he may be using trick plays, like you said, a lot of special teams, but I don't see him getting 400 yards rookie season. Man.
What up, though? Braylon Edwards for the final word on this before I read off what the chat. Well, actually, you know what? The chat, man. Let me tell you what the chat is talking about, okay? Michael Williams. That was playing in my headphones. That was a brick. So Michael Williams said switch. AC says Swisher brick is back. Yes, it's back, man.
Email that sound to KG's email. I'll put it in there.
Email that to him right now, please.
Email it to KG's email.
Okay. Dante says brick. Lions Restore says swish. This is all over the place. Steve-O Baby says brick. This is all over the place. I'm going to Braylon. You guys heard his answer a couple times. The camera is on you.
Come on, man. Like, y'all wilding right now. Like, at the end of the day, look, I understand that he's trying to find his place on his team, and hopefully it will work. But you got Tim Patrick, man, who already got his love from Jared Goff last year. They built that relationship. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you got another wide receiver by the name of Jameson Williams that is trying to have more yards than your all-pro wide receiver. And, oh, by the way, there's this tight end that damn near was all-pro as a rookie that they are trying to get back acclimated to the system this year. That is Sam Laporta. I love the potential of what Tesla can be, but 400 plus, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to just respectfully, just with the surrounding parameters, I say that's a brick. He's a brick, but that's a brick due to the mitigating factors.
Man, look, the Dog Spoon said, nah, man, he's gonna get 450 yards. You got some people who are buying the Tesla.
As you should. You
So
have some people that
so he's getting 400. So Amon-Ra's getting 1,400. J-Mo's getting 1,300.
Right.
Sam Laporte is getting 900.
Keep it real.
Jameer Gibbs is going to be the next running back to go 1,000 since Marshall Faulk. Here's another 1,000.
Jared Goff throwing
how
for
many yards?
5,500 yards this year, gentlemen.
Well, somebody did it in 16 games. Can you do it in 17, Jared? You're going to have a lot of yards. So that's kind of the thought process. It's a lot of people need to rock.
If he gets over 400, it's because he's outperforming Tim Patrick, and he is on the field more, period.
And injuries.
Which could happen.
Well,
that too, of course.
And that's why I don't want him to have 400, like, just because that's the first person I thought. If he has 400, then somebody's out there.
Unless he's the number 3 wide receiver by week 8, yes, I don't want to see him have to get that kind of a number.
I like that. I love the commentary. And this one, via KG.
KG.
Shout out to Calvin Shepard himself, Mr. KG. He says the Lions defense will rank as a top 10 defense this season under Calvin Shepard. I kick it off to you first, Anson Wells.
Swish. Or as Johnny at Isaiah Thomas Camp used to say, strokeshin.
Did you say strokeshin?
I love that, man. Strokeshin. You remember that, huh?
I do.
Before I throw it over to Ricky, we'll let it sanitize a little bit. And Ricky, squish your brick, bro.
Swish, man, he has all the tools. Swish, he has all the tools. They already familiar with him. Yes, he only worked with the linebackers, but still, there's a rapport with the defense altogether. I would hope and I assume that is a swish. Or nothing but net. You barely hear it when the ball goes through.
Hey, and some people are getting at y'all for this for the last question. The Rona says, yes, Bray. Jared Goff throwing for 10,000 yards. What say
he is?
I'm seeing a bunch of swishes in the chat right now. People think this is a top 10 defense under Calvin
Shepard.
Shepard.
A top 10 is swish. All right, I'll put it to you this way. If this is a top 10 defense, then you're going to the Super Bowl and you're probably going to win it. Ooh. Like, this is being fair. This is what you said. If you think you're going to be a top 10 defense, if they are, offense is already what it is. Offense is proven to be consistent. The consistency from the offense has been since the last half of the 2022 season. So you mean to tell me you give this offense a top 10 defense? That's a Super Bowl.
Trouble.
That's the equation. Like, that's not me. That's the equation. So do I think they'll be a top 10 defense? No. Do I think they'll be top half? Yes. You're a top 10 defense. You're going to the Super Bowl. There is no, well, if we get past here, your top 10 defense already with this offense was number 1 last year, number 2 the year before. You're going to the dance.
So not really a brick, more of a George Blaha rubber rim job?
Boy.
More, you know what? More like I got fouled.
I like that.
Earn
it at the stripe, baby.
Earn it at the stripe. That's fair.
You guys are helping Swisher Brick blossom so much.
100%.
I'm proud right now.
So, no, not a miss, not a break, but, I got fouled. Now, can I hit these free throws? I think that's where I'm at.
Michael Wary says, once we are all healthy, he does believe it's going to be a swish, a top 10 defense. And you know what, man? We were talking about all these people who's supposed to get all these yards, right? Tesla's going to get his too. Is he going to be able to get that if Swisher Brick, Jameer Gibbs will go for 2,000 all-purpose yards in John Morton's offense? He just missed it last year. 2,000 all-purpose for Jameer Gibbs this year, Anson Wells. Swish or break?
That's a tough one. I'm going to say no because of Monty. I love the J-Mo or Johnny Mo talk because I do think that it'll be a slightly more conservative offense that will lean on the running game more. But Monty is a huge part of this team. All these fantasy drafts that I see, Jameer and I'm blanking on the kid from Atlanta, number 1 and 2 on every single one.
Bijan Robinson.
Oh, yeah, Bijan.
There's each of these teams have a great supplementary back that's going to be out there a hell of a lot of time. Now, you want to talk about Saquon hitting 2,000 again? Yeah. You want to talk about, Saquon hitting 2,000 again? Sure. I think that McCaffrey could even, if he's fully healthy, and it looks like it, could get 2,000 all-purpose yards. Jameer by himself all day long. Call it 21. Call it 22. But not with Monty out there. That's a rubber rim job for me. A mild brick.
What up, though, Ricky?
Same. I agree. He said I can't even say it any better than Anson just said it. I just agree.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Rick.
Yeah, you said it perfect.
Hey, I'm throwing it over to Bray. What say you, bro?
I don't think so, but it's not because he can't achieve it. I think if you look at last year, he got close. Why? David Montgomery missed 3 games, and in those 3 games at the end, they unleashed Jahmyr Gibbs. He was averaging about $180 in those games. I don't think they want to use him like that throughout the regular season.
There you go.
The game, the end goal is the dance, is the Super Bowl. So just based off that, I don't think he'll have 2,000, but he'll be fun. He'll make it interesting. I think he gets around 1,750 to about 1,850, somewhere in there. I think that's where he finishes up. Could he? Yes. If you put him on a team, no Dave Montgomery, like Anson said, 100%. But I think the Lions are going to be smart about his usage. They don't want to overuse him in this. It's 17 games. It's a long season. And then what happens with the potential if they don't get the number 1 seed like they did last year? That's another playoff game. So, long season. I wouldn't want them to do that, Kool-Aid.
Hey, long season. You know, I'm sitting here seeing, I think, some chatter about the Detroit Tigers having traded for starting pitcher Chris Paddock. So
really?
I was just about to ask you guys this question. And maybe we'll make this the last one because I see we're at 351. I was gonna say the Tigers absolutely must get. KG put 2 players. I was gonna say 3 players. That they must get 3 players at the trade deadline. Swish or break, and it looks like they just did a trade for 1.
So that happened.
Yeah.
And that comes from division rival, the Twins.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Paddock was a premier pitcher in the MLB 5 years ago, maybe 6 now. If there's anybody that can pull that back out of him, it's Chris Fetter. So I love this. I said earlier in the broadcast, I believe they need another starting pitcher.
Breaking news.
Now you check one thing off the list that you need. Get 1 or 2 more relief arms, and you get yourself that big bat, of course.
So 3?
But 1's down. So that is no brick for me. I love that move.
Yeah.
Remember that game, Carmelo, when he was playing for the Knicks, he went down to Miami, beat LeBron, had 58 and didn't hit the rim in 1 shot. He made everything he shot that night was a switch, and that's what this is. 3 players. It's the reliever, it's the starter, and it is the bat, like you said. 3 players is a switch for me.
Hey, and you know what? I'm throwing it over to you, Ricky. What say ye? 3 players. So I know some people think it's 2. I'm saying it got to be 3.
If you would have asked me before the All-Star break, I would have said this was a break. Now, after what I've seen in the last couple weeks, let's take all 3 players, please.
I like that.
ASAP.
I like
now,
that.
we're 2 now because we already got 1. Let's come on.
Do we know what we gave up, Kool-Aid?
I don't know what we gave up just yet. I'm over here looking at the stuff right now. I'm going to get the graphic in so at least people
I'd love
can
to
see the
see
breaking
it
news
say
graphic.
future considerations because we know that ain't much.
Let me see here. Because they said that they were discussing it. They were talking about it prior, and now it's something that is gone down. So as soon as I see something, if we see something before the end of the show, I'll definitely tell the people what the deal was. And Paddock, he had a 4.95 ERA across 111 innings pitched this season for the Twins. I know he hasn't done the best recently, but who knows? You got Chris Fetter here, and you have opportunity to get some new blood on this Tigers team, and at least some moves are starting to be made.
I mean, we're dependent on Dietrich Ends right now. My man was in Korea last year.
Hold on, say that again. Like, as soon as I hear Dietrich, I instantly go to Dietrich
Dietrich.
Me too, bro.
We should recreate that.
Hey, that commercial.
My man on an equine with a full-length foot.
It was always
show was that?
Detroiters.
Detroiters
Such a
redid it.
great
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
man. But no, I'm talking about a Woodward promo. You
Dietrich
on
fur.
a white horse
With a fur.
in a full-length fur,
Just
baby.
the
Let's
fur.
go.
I used to love those commercials when I was a kid,
yes.
man. Give me a meal.
Here, dog. Come on, dog. Me and
Oh,
dog
yeah.
going down a telegraph
I
road.
still want a full length first. Still.
I couldn't do it once I got older. It was like 3 things I said I would never do like Detroit Staples. I don't want a mink, I didn't want buffs, and I didn't want
No,
Prada.
now let
And I
it
didn't
go.
want Prada gym shoes.
I still want a full length, but that's the one I still want.
There's only one that I'm coming around on.
What?
I'm gonna give some buffs.
You are? I'm not getting buffed.
But hear me out. I'm not
Come
gonna
on,
wear.
Brian, get
I'm
buffed
not.
up.
I'm not
That's
gonna
right.
wear them here. Like Buffs.
Okay, there you go.
Buffs have
There you go.
lost what they used to stand for. Like when I saw Gretchen wearing, the governor.
Bro.
When I saw Big Gretchen wearing Buffs, I was like, yeah, no, thank you. I won't wear them here, but Buffs is still dope glasses. Take out of town.
They just dangerous.
Represent your city.
They just dangerous.
Yeah, when they start snatching Cartiers, and I was like
man.
12,
Yeah.
13 years old. I said, why would I want those?
Yes, that was my whole thing. Once I seen it in person, I said, oh, never that.
Meanwhile, I'm running in Jordans.
Excuse me, I'm white, but I've heard this term many times. Can you clarify what buffs are?
Cartier glasses.
The Cartier glasses.
I
they
really
made
did not
buffalo
know.
They made from
Buffalo
buffalo bone.
Buffalo
Yeah,
horns.
buffalo.
Do they have a camera in them?
No, they probably can if you want them to. If you want them to, they probably can.
Those are the Michigan versions.
No, you see mine right here. I've been spying on you all. So
I know,
got
man.
you.
I know.
What you guys got going this evening, man? Like, what's on the docket tonight? You said work?
Chilling. Yeah, work. And I finally
the
started
other
watching
job?
quarterback. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about quarterback so far?
Oh, man. Joe Burrow is the most boring person on the face of the planet. Jesus Christ. I did not see that coming. I was just watching. At one point, he's just talking. I said, man, I don't even want to see this at all. That's why I did not know. Man, no personality.
Lay back and chill. It's crazy because that's what I was saying. Like, you thought that Jared Goff was going to be that. Like, I think a lot of people thought Jared Goff was going to be like that.
Yeah.
And it's not the case on that show.
Yeah. I didn't think anybody could outlame Kirk Cousins, but, man, he did it.
The Walmart trips or Kohl's, wherever he likes to go.
I haven't got there yet. I'm literally episode 1.
Kirk Cousins was in the first one, too.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
The first one. What you got on deck? Glasses?
Hey, you know what, man? Tonight, more family time. More family time. Because I know we got these remotes. We got Lion season just ahead, so it's a little bit of family time tonight. I am, though, going to take Queen Kool-Aid out tonight, though.
I like that.
Queen Kool-Aid. I like
Kool-Aid,
that.
yes.
I like that a lot.
What you got going on over there, Anson?
Hey, man, I dialing things in for the network as much as I can, getting ready for Chicago this weekend, National Sports Car Collection. I got to get my stuff together so I can trade some things, but also send home some awesome content for you guys to witness. Honestly, it's not just a card.
What else is going on? What else is going on there?
Well, they've got basically every single company, from the guys that create the high-end card cases to the grading companies. eBay will be there doing their eBay live show. You've got artists that come in, and there's one guy that takes like epic moments in sports, whether it's the 86 Jordan rookie card or whether it's a huge home run, first year Fleer, and he redoes those kind of in an impressionistic feel. There's just so much going on. And all kinds of free stuff, and I like that. I like that a lot. I know our chat does as well.
Yeah, we gotta get those giveaways.
I know they like that as well. So I got this bad boy loaded up. Let's turn it to the camera here.
All right, I'll zoom in on you.
The wheel is loaded. You guys crushed it today. I appreciate you guys. I know we're over 150 likes, which is also fantastic. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shuffle this 4 times because I was born on 4-4. There's 1. There's 2.
Is this for our merch
there's
first?
3. There's 4. Is it all 1? We're going to do...
We'll do 2 giveaways. Yeah, we'll do a merch, and then we'll also do another one.
Okay, chat.
Merch is for the likes.
I bet the chat will like that. All right, guys, here we go. First spin is in. We'll see who it is. Once again, we appreciate you guys. You got a few more minutes to smash that like button.
And this
for
one's
us.
for merch.
And this one is looking like Burn or Sneaker, and it's going to be Burn.
Hey.
Burn. And you can see
Email me, Kool-Aid at woodwardsports.com.
Burn, I got your information. You're all good on that one.
Dope.
But we're going to run it one more time. We'll just run it here. This one is for the merch. So what I do need you on this one, whoever does win this one, you got to shoot an email to Kool-Aid at Woodward and Burn again.
Burn with the double dip.
The double dip there, guys.
Burn won twice?
He won both of them.
I was going to throw it over the Burn.
Won them both.
Real quick before
You're
we get
going to
out
save
of
us on some shipping, Burn. Appreciate you.
Say that real talk before we get out of here. Detroit Tigers are scheduled to play tonight 6:10. This weather, however, looks terrible.
Where did this come from?
I don't know. That's why I had to run outside and roll my windows up. Where are we on the Tigers tonight? Tigers, Diamondbacks, they play tonight. Anson, give me a score.
I think that the offense got it together a little bit. I'm seeing 6-4 Detroit Tigers hold serve at home if they play.
All right. What say you?
5-2 Tigers.
5-2 Tigers. What say you?
Hey, let's go another beat down. 10-1 BTA. Let's roll.
Hey.
I'm along the lines of Kool-Aid. Give me 9-3.
Oh.
Give me 9-3 Tigers. And lastly, before we get out of here, I just want to say speed recovery to one Deion Sanders. Like, that was horrible to hear. So we will wish you and pray for you, as well as our own Matt Shepard. See you guys tomorrow, and appreciate you as always.
Peace out.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep.
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
On the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
Where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.